Get the show started. The show started.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Hell yeah. Welcome to your Tuesday KROQ Klein Alley Show. Good morning. How goes it? I'm Klein. There's Allie.
Good morning.
That is DJ Omar Khan, the audio sniper. Jake Z Nerd.
What's that?
In the back room, Postmaster Johnny and producer Vanessa taking the calls. It's going to be a tough day for producer Vanessa today. I want to warn you in advance because today, for the first time in a long time, we bring back Annoynimously, an opportunity for all of us to anonymously say things about Vanessa that annoy us.
Well, I think given the Klein Alley Show drama that's taken place internally the last few days, it's a good time to allow people to air their grievances about one another. I don't know why everyone unanimously said Vanessa at the same time.
I don't know if she's ever been the recipient of the Annoynimous before. I know that all of us have had to sit through this, and we get to hear all of the things that, if it's I'm on the hot seat, it's all the things Allie doesn't like about me, and Jake, and Johnny, and it's Vanessa's turn. And Vanessa's a tough person to go against because, she's so likable, and also she's a child, so I feel bad, making fun of a child.
Yeah, it feels like child abuse.
But I will play. Vanessa, are you concerned at all as to what you'll learn about yourself when you hear the things you do that annoy all of us? But you will not know which one of us said what because our voices have been changed to protect us, our anonymity.
Nah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
She did say she was ready for it. She said she'd built up enough confidence, and we plan to tear that down piece by piece.
I'm going to play you one right now just to get you in the right mindset for the show today. But a little bit later, it'll be Vanessa on the hot seat for some Annoynimous. This is anonymously left by one of us about Vanessa.
You always pitch ideas that aren't ideas. You'll be like, I have an idea, and then you'll proceed to share not one inkling of any idea. You'll just be like, you guys were talking about chicken, so I was thinking stuff with chicken. Who's in? Love it.
Yeah, that is like most of the meetings here. That is exactly what happens.
What do you think, Vanessa?
But all I hear are facts. Like, I get the ball rolling, and you guys finish it.
I get the ball rolling with chicken.
That's every time I give out an idea, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. She's like, I got something.
Idea is just a very loose term to you.
Here's an idea, your idea.
That's right.
Let me repeat things that you were saying.
Anyway.
You make it better.
We'll save all of this for a little bit later this morning, but think about anything about Vanessa that may or may not annoy you. You can join us for some Annoynimous. It's an opportunity for us to heal and grow and also tear each other down at the same exact time. Woo-hoo. We got lots to give you today on the show as well. well, if you're interested in seeing a great KROQ band, then you want to see a lot of bands in Vegas. It's all part of When We Were Young, and we'll get you in a couple of times this morning at 9 and at 10. So be ready to win your way into Vegas. We kick things off with some 311. A good summer vibes song. If you're back to school this week, LAUSD, I'm sorry if you're a kid, but for your parent, oh, man.
Congratulations.
Exciting week ahead. It's KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. If you spend any of your free time Googling symptoms to try to figure out what it is that you suffer from, you are not alone. Doctors have asked over and over and over again to please leave the diagnosing to professionals because everyone thinks if you type in a few symptoms, especially now with AI, you will have an exact answer as to what you have. And a lot of times it's wrong. In fact, I don't know if you saw that story about a guy that did something medically that AI told him to do, and I think he made his situation far worse.
Didn't he have to go to the emergency room or something?
Yes, because he folled everything AI said after typing in his symptoms, and then it made everything so much worse.
AI is very validating, over-validating.
Right.
You're like, I think I have this. What do I need to do? And they're like, that's sure.
Yeah.
I listen to you. Yeah, you're my master.
Just grab a serrated knife and cut out your kidney. Problem solved. And you're like, great, AI said it. Must be smart.
Yeah.
And then you're in the ER in a bucket of ice. But
why? Do you think you have something?
Well, I know I have something, but I think, and I didn't even use AI to help diagnose me. Science has now finally validated something that you've all made fun of me about for a long time because there hasn't been a name for this. There's a condition that I suffer from, a legitimate condition. And I know I'm not the only one.
Vagitis?
It's a rare condition. And I will say that other people listening now may also be ashamed to publicly admit what it is that they also suffer from, especially in this venue.
Especially in this, format. The disorder that you have is something that I think would ruin people's lives around here.
Oh, yeah.
Like if they had it.
People would keep it to themselves. They wouldn't share it, and they would just go ahead and they would pretend that they don't have it. They would go through life, but they would know secretly that they suffer from something that never had a name. And I am proud to say now that medical experts and science have decided that 10% of the population, not a big number, but we'll go with it, suffer from something that means that they don't actually ever really appreciate music.
It's called musical anhidonia.
Yeah, and whenever people say things like, "Oh, it must be so cool you work at KROQ, you go to concerts all the time," I try to avoid them.
If you have ever been to a concert with Klein, it is an anxiety-provoking experience.
Yeah.
You're not relaxed ever.
No.
He's constantly trying to dodge the seat, trying to go meet somebody else, talk to somebody else, because he doesn't want to just sit there in the seat and watch the show because you don't get enjoyment out of it. And that's what this disorder is.
Yeah.
It affects 10% or less of the population, and basically the part of your brain that gets reward from hearing music is just not there, or it's weaker than other people's. So you literally in your brain don't find enjoyment out of music.
It's crazy. I watch people around me. I mean, I watch hundreds of people on either side of me, and they are either singing along, or they seem like they are lost in a moment, or they're having this, they're not thinking about, oh man, I got to get home, I got to get in the parking lot, I got to drive, it's going to be traffic, which way should I go back? They're able to totally embrace what they're around.
Right.
They can be completely in the moment. I think of none of those things.
Well, you are also thinking about, what song is this? Do I know the song? Should I be enjoying this song?
Right.
Should I be? Everyone else is swaying. Everybody else is dancing. When the lead singer is asking me to finish a lyric, I can finish it. And I'm like, yeah. Or even another song that plays and everybody reacts like, oh my God, this is the best song. This is their hit. None of that is happening for you because the part of your brain that processes sound and the part of your brain that has reward, there's a disconnect there.
Yeah, they're not connected.
This is Bubbly Toes?
It doesn't matter what the song is, Jake. It could be any song at all. That's my point. Like people like you, like last night, Jake went and waited in some line to get into a show because he loves. Some people love the energy of a show so much that they almost don't even care what band's on stage. Like obviously, if it's a band they like, even better. But they just like being around live music. They like being in that whole atmosphere, the environment. I don't get any of that. Like I see the annoyances more than I see the positives. And now finally, there's a name for this thing, and it's called what again, Allie? What do I have?
It's called musical anhidonia.
I have musical and a something or other, and I think I get a handicap parking for this, right? I have to.
I mean, at a concert, I feel like you should because you don't really enjoy the concert anyway.
Right, I don't enjoy it. I'm the first to leave. I should get that special parking.
Yeah, but they give the example of like at a wedding, most people can't help but move to the dance floor when a certain song comes on.
I go the opposite.
And there's a small group of people who feel nothing. It's not boredom. It's not dislike. It's just nothing.
Yeah,
you
I feel nothing.
Absolute apathy.
Right. All of a sudden, some song will come on, like some banger that like everyone loves, like Footloose or something, and every single person's getting up. She can't even stop herself now, and she's singing it herself. But like you'll watch, like the great grandmother who can't even walk, all of a sudden like gets up out of her chair and starts like moving. She can't control herself.
There.
And I'm looking around, going, what's going on here?
Yeah, but then people say that you're not fun, right? You're just a guy who doesn't like fun. You don't like entertainment.
I love fun.
You do love fun. You just don't love music fun.
Yeah, so I have musical anhidonia.
And you're going to have to tell every KROQ artist that we interview
from now on. And I'm going to tell
on.
every single artist that comes in here, it's made it their life to make music.
I don't enjoy your music.
It's not. Don't take it personally, though. I'm going to say to each of them.
Yeah, but it's like somebody who's never had a cheeseburger, and you're like, please have a cheeseburger, please like it.
Right.
Everyone's going to want to convert you and find a song that actually makes you feel something.
And this is the same way I am with people that say, like, oh, pizza's whatever. Like Allie does this thing. Oh, pizza's all kind of the same. And that bothers me so much to my core because there's such good pizza and there's such bad pizza, but there's different types. And Allie's one of these people, I don't really get excited about pizza. It's all just bread and cheese.
I know. I need to find that pizza that makes me go, So
the next time, Shabuzi, someone pointing out Shabuzi on the text line.
You do
right.
like Shabuzi.
I do. That's the one. That must be the kryptonite to this condition I have.
And it's not your fault. It's genetic, they say.
Oh, yeah. I come from a long line of people that don't like music. I'm telling you right now, I don't think I even had...
At your parents' wedding, there was just nothing?
I don't think there was a band there. I think they just all stood around, looked at a turn-up or something. There was nothing going on. And I never grew up in a house that had any sort of music playing, and I don't think there was ever a time where they said, like, all right, we're all going to like, that was never a thing, like, we're going to go to a concert.
Yeah, and I didn't really grow up with any music playing. There was some stuff that was playing around, but, like, my mom definitely had those times where she had to go to concerts, and she would follow these bands around, and she would, sleep with all the roadies and that kind of thing. So that does run in my family.
Yeah,
being trashy around music.
Allie's mom did sleep with a lot of roadies. Mike on KROQ, good morning.
Yeah, Klein, it sounds like you're broken. It sounds like you have an extreme anxiety disorder. If you can't live in the moment and you're thinking about the traffic in the parking lot,
Yeah, but only
No.
with music, though. That's the thing. I would agree
At a
with...
game, he can enjoy himself.
I could enjoy the game. I still want to leave a game early, but I could enjoy the game. I could enjoy being in the moment. If I'm sitting at like a hot blackjack table, I could be in that moment. I could very much find myself in the moment in Vegas.
You can find moments to de-stress around activity.
It's just music.
This.
Yeah,
Your mind is not filled with joy, so you have to fill it with something.
And I don't, and I just don't like feel the same. People like leave a concert a lot of times being like, "Well, that was euphoric," or "That was orgasmic."
I mean, talk to Nicole after every single concert.
my
Oh my God, it's
God.
the best moment I've ever had in my life. And
57 greatest moments of her life. I go, I was at the same show. I didn't pick that up at all.
yeah, you're like another day.
It's another day.
Gotta get home by 9.
We'll take a quick break. We've got $100 of Allie's money to give you. If you suffer from this condition that I have, don't worry, you're not alone. We'll get through it together. $100 of Allie's money can be yours next at 800-520-1067. If you know the news, call now. Prove it next on KROQ.
KROQ. Every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hit the jackpot and score a pair of tickets to When We Were Young. October 18th or 19th, Las Vegas Festival Grounds. Over 50 bands including.
Right, I want to go to there.
Let's go. Blink 182. The return of Panic at the Disco. Weezer. Avril Lavigne. The Offspring. All-Time Low. The Used. Bad Religion. Yellow Card. Simple Plan. Taking Back Sunday. And more. Keep listening to Win Your Way In. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Hey, this is Brendan from Panic at the Disco.
Hello, this is Rivers from Weezer.
We are Blink 182. Win your way in all this week
On the world famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. We'll get to Johnny Doesn't Know in just a moment. Johnny's in the studio right now. I was asking Johnny if he's feeling smart today or not, and he couldn't even answer that question. So choose carefully when you have to predict whether or not he'll be right or wrong. You know, yesterday, Nicole Alvarez is gone because she doesn't take vacations very often, but when she does...
Oh, she takes them.
She
Takes them hard.
And by me not saying she doesn't take them very often, that's me being sarcastic. She apparently is on vacation all the time.
She
I don't
would
know.
get very upset if you said that.
I know, but it's true. So anyway, Johnny was filling in for her yesterday, and when you were trying to do your first break of the morning, we were still in the studio because we were trying to record the Showtime bonus podcast.
Because we were like, oh, great, Nicole's not coming in. We can use the studio.
And Johnny, you were not happy that we were, on the studio because you wanted to get on the air, and then you decided that you were going to move us aside and do your first break of the morning.
Yeah.
And you had a plan, I guess, as to what you wanted to say. You only had, 7 seconds in the song to talk.
Yeah.
And we were like, what are you going to do? What are you thinking? And he was like, oh, I think I'm going to say this is Postmaster Johnny on the World Famous.
Right. That's what you told.
like,
that was your
okay.
plan, right?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. What was the first break supposed to sound like? 'Cause I'm going to play in a second what ended up happening.
First break was supposed to literally just be like, KROQ's Postmaster Johnny in for the lovely Nicole Alvarez on the world famous KROQ.
Right.
And
You
then,
had it timed out all in your head, ready to go.
yeah, said it a million times.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what ended up happening is at the last second, Johnny didn't even see this happen, but Omar swapped out the song that was going to play into Beyonce.
Omar can control the system.
Into a
Yeah.
Beyonce song. And I decided to just continue to punch Johnny in the
You were
gut.
tickling me all over. and
So
I was
here,
like-
so that's how I groom boys. So here's how it happened. Here's how it happened on KROQ. It's going to sound like quite a train wreck, and this was Johnny's first break of the morning.
Ready? We're all going to be on. 106.7, it's the world famous KROQ. I brought some friends with me too. Hey, who put this on? Why is it Beyonce? Wait, hold on, wait. Wait, no, wait. Wait, that's wrong. This is correct. It's Postmaster Johnny on the world famous. I brought some friends. You guys gotta stop. The world famous KROQ.
You think
Yeah,
that
look
went?
at you still trying to get through your line.
Still tried to say your line.
I brought some friends with me. I brought some friends with me. I brought some friends.
Dude,
Hey.
can I say, when I drove home, I listened to that. That made me so giddy and so happy because, all you guys were there, and it was just so fun. And I was just like, damn. I was like, I wish I could do this, again. That was
But
fun.
then later in your break, I guess we were downstairs having a show meeting, and you had a very important job, maybe the most important job you can have as a radio DJ, to world premiere a new song.
And I'm sure there were emails about this, right, telling you what was expected?
No, I actually got told 3 minutes before it happened. And
Okay.
It's even more of a dumb reason to not do it. You were told 3
Yeah.
minutes.
I was told in person?
Yeah, I know. Well,
hold on, Johnny. There was
to be less than 30 seconds.
we had a brand new Nine Inch Nails song that we were playing yesterday.
Forced memory reset.
And I assumed they sent you an email 3 weeks ago and you forgot it, which is I would at least say I can understand. So they came in 3 minutes before the song played and said to you what?
Look, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. He told me, and then I was just like, yeah. But to his
What did he
defense,
tell you?
He told me very clearly and concisely, like, talk into the song and then talk out of the song. He's like, I edited it for you. You're all set, good to go. And in my head, I overthought it, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
I guarantee you didn't overthink
No,
anything.
I overthought it because immediately I started Googling every single thing I could about Nine Inch Nails that I already didn't know.
So you wanted to add a factoid.
Yeah, and I was like, scavenging, like, okay, I gotta say this, I gotta do that. It's been 4 years since their last single, and then like immediately, as soon as like the song started, I was like, brain fart, and I was like,
no.
I'm so dead. I'm literally so dead.
So you just didn't talk.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The song just started playing, and I guess
It was a world premiere of a song with no
intro, no nothing.
Brand new, it just played. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
And I heard Johnny was getting scolded. I think Jake said he saw the tail end of Johnny getting scolded yesterday, but apparently it was a real.
When what did he go? He go in and
Thrashing.
said, he said, like, I just told you this.
He's like, what is going on? Like, I just told you. He's like, I can't do this for you.
Jake was so giddy yesterday. I was like, what's so funny? He's like, I just watched Johnny get his new asshole torn. I was like, really? It's great. I don't know why Jake liked it so much. All right, that all being said, Johnny was not hired here for his brain.
Yeah, that's true.
But the good news, someone said hearing that Beyonce thing literally made them laugh on the 605 60 exchange. Almost crashed their car yesterday.
The greatest. It was the greatest.
Let's get into it. It's time for Johnny Doesn't Know.
Johnny doesn't know.
And I was like, okay.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I didn't know Vegas was like in Nevada for like a while.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Gelato sounds like Jello.
Johnny doesn't know.
It like goes wiggles.
All right, these are all questions that are pretty basic, pretty simple, but will Johnny know the answers? You don't need to know. You just need to. You probably will, but you don't need to. You just need to guess, will he or will he not? And everyone who gets theirs right is going to get a Klein Alley Show Tiny Towel. Someone's going to win a grand prize, I think. So here we go. Jonathan El Segundo, you're up first. You ready to go?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
All right. Hey, how you doing? Are you ready to lock in early, or you want to hear the question first?
Nah, let's hear the question.
All right, Johnny. Why do things fall when you drop them? Will Johnny know the answer to this, yes or no?
Man, I want to say yes, because, we learned that pretty early on in school.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to have faith in this guy.
So you're going to say yes. Out of the gate, you're going to say yes.
I think my kid is 3 and knows this.
Well, you're going to... All right, Johnny, why do things fall when we drop them?
When you drop the ball, for example.
When you drop the ball on a world premiere, why did it fall? Why do things fall when you drop them?
Because they're heavy. And because there's nothing there to catch it. And it's like, are you trying to get at, like, what's gravity?
Well, there we go.
Like the gravity of it.
The gravity of what? The situation?
Or whatever you're dropping. Like, I dropped a hammer or I dropped a ball or something. Gravity? Are you looking for gravity?
That's what we were looking for.
Okay.
We're looking for anything to grasp at this point.
I'm looking for some gravity. Johnny, I don't know how you got there. I didn't think you were going to get there, but it didn't start strong, but you ended up there. Jonathan, congratulations. You are correct. Johnny did know gravity. I didn't know if he would. I didn't know if he would know the term for gravity. All right, moving on, Johnny. The questions get a little bit harder. Not too much harder, though. But Johnny's 1 for 1 today. But that's one of those ones where even though he got it right, he kind of feels like he got it wrong.
He kind of had to talk it out.
Craig on KROQ. Welcome to Johnny Doesn't Know on a Friday morning. You ready for this?
Sweet dibbits.
Sweet dip.
Sweet dibbits. Will Johnny know what type of tree prunes come from? Will Johnny know what type of tree prunes come from? Yes or no, Craig?
No.
All right, with confidence. Johnny, why don't you tell us what type of tree prunes come from?
I'm not even going to lie. I thought prunes came from the ground. I didn't even know there was a prune tree or anything like that.
This guy says you will not know. You thought prunes came from the ground. Now you're learning they come from a tree, and you're going to go ahead and guess they come from a prune tree?
Well, also, aren't they all, like, just bigger raisins?
Prunes are bigger raisins.
Man, I didn't realize what is a prune.
Actually, I've never even seen
a better question.
I've never even seen a prune, honestly. I've only heard of the juice.
Right.
That like old people use when they're constipated.
When they're backed up.
Yeah. That's all I know about prunes. I've never seen it at the grocery store.
So you think a prune is a big raisin? A bigger raisin.
Small, yeah. It's like a bigger, little thicker raisin.
Thicker raisin.
That you can't fit in the box.
So that's what they were like, we'll just make juice. We don't have a box big enough.
It's not fitting in the Sunmade box.
I'm picturing like a giant Sunmade
Yeah,
box.
Sunmade. Yeah, Sunmade made raisins,
Okay. Craig, you said he wouldn't know. That was a wise choice. He's way off, and we're moving very, very far in the wrong direction here. Hold on one second. You ever heard of a plum, Johnny?
Is it a a plum?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what a plum.
A plum becomes a prune, so prunes technically come from a plum tree.
Like after they grow, or like they're dead?
It's a dried out plum. Becomes a prune.
Like beef jerky. Like beef
exactly.
jerky. Okay.
There you go. Beautifully said.
Like a raisin.
Like a raisin, yeah.
Do you know what raisins used to be?
I don't know, but they look like shriveled fingers, though.
Hold on, Ali. Let's ask that as the next question because I don't think he's good.
No.
Let me say hi to Cole and hold on. Let's say Matt. Sorry, Cole. You're next. Matt. Good morning. Welcome to Giant Doesn't Know. All right, we just had an interesting little lesson about prunes. So here's the next question: What was a raisin before it was a raisin? Will Johnny know this?
There's no way.
Okay.
What was a raisin before a raisin?
What was a raisin and then it turned shriveled up and turned into a raisin?
What's brown and small, dude?
Well,
damn.
Problematic. Vanessa put her hand up. Vanessa, that's not okay. KROQ, we are Klein Alley's show. A lot of DIY theme songs get left on the goat line to celebrate Allie before she battles you for $100 of her own money. Best case scenario, she keeps her money. Worst case scenario, she pays you. Which
I didn't realize these are celebrations.
These songs are celebrations of you, and hopefully they give you the right frame of mind to battle contestants that want your money and want to prove they know more about the news than you do, even though you are currently putting together the next batch of ADD news for the show. Here's a song that should put you in a great mood.
Don't pick the day she does a fart walk. If you're gonna walk a mile in her shoes, now let's find out if Allie knows the news.
Beautiful, beautiful, like music to our ears.
Thank
that is
you.
Allie, the inventor of the hot girl fart walk, who is now battling you for her own money.
I will do a second fart walk if there's demand.
Was it a hot girl fart walk or just a fart walk?
Well,
The farts were hot.
She was attempting to try to capitalize on all the hot girl walks that happened,
So
but
hot fart walk.
it was
Yeah.
a hot girl fart walk. But unfortunately, Allie was the only girl that showed up.
No, there was a woman there and
Oh,
her son.
That's right. So yeah, it was a very small turnout.
hot.
For Allie's first fart, but it was hot outside, so technically the temperature was hot.
I was a hot girl.
Yeah, Allie. It was a really disgusting
That
event.
was real calamity.
And I understand why people didn't show up. Alfredo, good morning. Welcome to KROQ. How goes it?
Good. Thank you for having me. Man.
It's a
I've never
pleasure.
gotten through.
Listen, it's a pleasure to have you on. It's proof right now that if you just keep listening and calling, eventually you'll win, or at least have a chance to win. Allie's going to go ahead and sequester herself outside of the KROQ studios.
Okay.
As soon as she's out of here, your questions will begin. Please answer them quickly, confidently, accurately. No cheating. People love calling out cheaters. We'd love to pay you $100 of Allie's money, and we do it right now. Here we go.
Allie knows the news.
All right, police have recovered over $30,000 worth of stolen whats that were taken from a warehouse recently. Now it's a big story. $30,000 worth of stolen what was recovered? Drugs. More specific, please.
Cocaine.
All right, go to question number 2. What artist just announced her 12th studio album at 12/12 on August 12th? How cute.
Ooh. Man, I don't know.
Big news. Hard to escape it, but you don't have an answer. We'll move on to question 3. All right, we're moving on. Question 3. KFC has just announced that they'll be bringing back this side dish, making it a nationwide comeback for the first time since 2020. It's been off the menu. People have been demanding it, and they say it's coming back, baby. What is KFC bringing back?
Chicken sandwich.
Go to question number 4. Apparently, according to new research, blowing into this helps alleviate sleep apnea and can eliminate snoring problems. Blowing into what?
A machine.
A machine, all right. And we go to final question, question 5. I've always said you never smuggle something good inside of something great, but someone wasn't listening, and they got busted trying to smuggle 2 pounds of meth inside of what?
Their anus.
Their anus. Okay. I don't know if I would put this person's anus into my category of something great, but okay, fair enough. Don't say anything else. Allie's back in the studio. You can watch this unfold live before your very eyes if you want to join us. We are currently streaming on YouTube. You can join in the conversation that's happening currently with the Net Bangers. They're a very welcoming group, and all you got to do is watch, 4 hours a day. It's not asking too much. All right, Allie, here we go. Question 1.
Yeah.
Police have just recovered over $30,000 worth of stolen what that was taken from a warehouse. It's become a big news story now.
Labubu dolls?
That is the story that's making the rounds. $30,000 worth of stolen Labubus have been recovered.
I think it's like 5 Labubus.
I don't know how many it works out to, but they say that these have already been resold for big profit, and now they have to go ahead and give them back to the original owner.
The last one we had, I gave to my kid, and he threw it on the floor and ran away.
Well, my kid wore hers to a dog park and got attacked by dogs because they thought it was a dog toy. And now that's their Labubu. It now belongs to a Rottweiler.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I said, that's it. We just say goodbye to that Labubu.
My God.
She was devastated. But it happens. That's how they learn. Go to question number 2. No one gets the, Allie gets the point. She's up 1-0. What artist just announced her 12th studio album at 12/12 on August 12th? How cute.
Yeah, that would be Taylor Swift.
I didn't know how Alfredo didn't know this. He seems like he'd be a real Swiftie, but yeah, that is absolutely. That is girl news. See that, Vanessa?
It's too soon, Taylor. Too soon. Wait a while. Let us miss you.
Allie's up 2-0. She didn't like all the conversations happening about Olivia Rodrigo, so she had to get back in the conversation. Does seem a bit thirsty, right?
Yes, just take a break, lady.
Question 3. KFC has just brought back this side dish, making a nationwide comeback for the first time since 2020.
Oh, I think this is the potato wedges.
Wow, Allie, look at you. This is boy news, I would argue, but you got it right. Potato wedges. He said chicken sandwich. Allie goes up 3-0 in this round.
Stop potato wedges. Let us miss you.
They claim it got 80,000 signatures on some a change.org petition. People demanded these potatoes.
There's no way.
They're fine. They're very fine.
It's like a JoJo?
It's just like a... Think of it like they took a potato, they cut it in 9 pieces or whatever, and they're long and they're supposed to be crispy on the outside and a little soft in the middle, but they're soft all over. Yeah, they're not.
They're fine. Great top-notch potato wedge is just okay because it just wishes it was a fry.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in like my top 5 sides, even at KFC, let alone anywhere in the world. We go to question number 4, and Allie's got a commanding lead. Blowing into this apparently helps alleviate lesbianism. No, helps alleviate sleep apnea. There's new research out now.
I did read this, actually, and I want you to try it at home. A conch shell?
That is it. Conch or conch or whatever it is. But blowing into that supposedly will stop your snoring.
Have you ever tried to blow into one of those?
No.
It's actually pretty difficult.
How would I even find one of those things?
Oh, I'm sure you can buy one on Amazon.
I thought you gotta like find them in like isn't that what they blew into in like Lord of the Rings? Is that a conch?
That might be a horn.
Would it make that noise?
It's a little lower.
Oh, I gotta get myself one of these conch shells apparently. Stop my snoring problem.
I think you have to have very slow, steady breathing to make a sound out of one of them.
Final question. Allie's up 4-0. This could be a sweep for Allie, which never happens, by the way. That would be incredible. I always say never smuggle something good inside of something great, but a man was just busted smuggling 2 pounds of meth inside of what?
Twinkies?
That is something great. This contestant, Alfredo, guessed his anus.
Oh, that's great.
Which some would argue is great.
In West Hollywood, they would think.
But
it
I've
was
told
great.
you what is a treat, and that is shrimp.
Shrimp.
Never smuggle drugs inside of shrimp because everyone likes shrimp. It's a treat, and
there's meth in this treat.
That's right. Well, listen, Alfredo, you put in a valiant effort. Unfortunately, your final score was a total of 0, which means Allie smoked your ass. And what must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ? Go ahead.
Allie knows the news.
That's a fact. Tomorrow morning around this time, you'll have another chance to get Allie's money. So study up between now and then, and hopefully we pay the people. That's what it's all about. Thousands of dollars have been paid to people just like you for answering pretty easy questions. And when in doubt, just always guess shrimp.
Shrimp.
Klein Alley Show, KROQ. said a lot of stupid things on the show, but what you're about to hear, I think, is the new stupidest thing that. And listen,
this is girl news for you.
I want you to hear I want to just warn you going into this. If you're not in the mood to feel dumb right now, or potentially feel smart just by listening to what Allie's about to share, you can change the station.
I can't believe you think this is so dumb.
And not
but of
only
course
is
you
it
do.
not only is it so dumb. You went in yesterday. You started yapping about it off the air. I said, at least this is one of those things. I'll let Allie have her little thing, and then she'll forget about it. This morning, she came in and she's doubled down on it now. And
yes,
she's convinced that something is going on in her house, which is so idiotic and stupid. But she is completely believing it. And I'm going to warn you that this is because of all your woo-woo goddess moon circle crap you used to do.
No.
Where Allie would put out bottles of water to capture the moonbeams during full moons. And this is all, I thought that was past. I thought that was in your past.
I stopped doing that. Here.
Yeah, good, as you should have. You sounded crazy.
Okay.
You would come in here and you would say, man, I ran out of moon water. And Omar would say, what's that? You go, I was capturing moonbeams in my pail of water. And we go, Allie, it's 2024. What are you yapping about?
It wasn't a pail of water. It was a mason jar.
Whatever the hell you were doing, you sounded crazy, and I think you realized after you heard yourself say it out loud how crazy you sounded, so you moved away from it.
Look, this does not. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I am not alone.
Okay.
Other people have experienced this, and this is something special. So
it's special, all right.
My kid is 3.5 years old, and he's getting to the point in his development where he's able to tell stories. And usually, it's like I played with a fire truck at school with Aiden. You know, it's simple stuff. Then he starts talking about people that we don't know. He starts mentioning this person named Rhonda, and we're like, okay, you know, the woman that we got the cats from. And he's like, no, Rhonda doesn't have any cats or dogs, but her sister is sick, and her sister died in her house, and I was on my way to her house. And we're like, what is he talking about? And he was like, he started doing this weird thing with his face. And he said,
no, that's just your genes.
No.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't look right.
Okay, yes, he does. He's adorable.
Yeah,
he should be on the Hills Have Eyes.
No, he has his eyes in the right spot.
Okay.
Allie's convinced her son is like some weird gateway to a previous world or something now. You should have heard this. She was explaining this to Vanessa. Even Vanessa, who doesn't judge anyone, was like, okay, you're crazy, bitch.
No. Vanessa knows exactly what she believes me. So then he said, something's happening to me. And then he said, I'm sad. I want to see my baby. And he said, he started talking about all these people that we don't know. And he said, all of this happened before he was Wesley. Which, how?
Dom.
It's not like,
no. Cool name.
It's not like we've told him about past lives, but he is suddenly talking about people that he drove somebody in a car with to go see his baby. His baby got sick. Then Rhonda has a sister who died and all this stuff. He's talking about people that we have never known or talked about, and is also saying that all this happened before he was Wesley, and talking about death and dying, even though we haven't explained any of that to him.
He's 3. This is what they do. They learn words and then they just spout them out.
No.
This is the same kid who thinks his dad lives at Disneyland.
And maybe in a past life he did, Omar. Maybe one of his previous dads was Walt Disney.
Is this the same kid that called you, said you had big balls or something the other? You played that audio, he said? Remember? He called, he said, Mommy's got big balls?
I don't recall that, but he's definitely gifted.
Unnatural. You shouldn't have unnatural children like this.
This is part of the reason why Allie's going against God's way.
No.
This is
My son's the devil.
This is, I looked this up.
Okay,
and
of course you did.
There are
what does that mean?
lot of instances.
I love people that say, I looked this up. Like that all of a sudden gives it credibility.
Excuse
you can look
me.
up you can find anything you want to back up any stupid point you're going to make.
No.
What'd you look up? Is my son possessed? He mentioned Rhonda's got dead cats or whatever.
It's not possessed. He's experiencing past lives. And it says that this is a normal thing and that it happens a lot it said it's not uncommon between kids that are 3 and 7 years old for them to recount past lives because it's so fresh in their memory, because they're a new person. And they're starting, all these memories are flooding back to them. And they're like, I don't know, I have to go to Rhonda and her sister's house. And then I was looking up Rhonda. I was trying to find some story, a news thing about Rhonda and a sister and a baby. And there is a story about a woman named Rhonda who was headed to her brother's house. And there was a kid in the back of the car, and she left, and the baby died in the hot car, died.
You're saying this story happened somewhere in the world at some point? There was a woman named Rhonda?
Yeah.
Is this your
and
argument?
Her brother-in-law her brother was testifying in court, and they were a whole thing, the 2 brothers and sisters, okay, and the baby in the hot car, the infant, the baby that Wesley wants to see. Maybe it was his baby.
Oh my God, you have lost
because
it.
she was the babysitter, Rhonda.
And is Rhonda dead?
No, Rhonda's in jail, Jake.
So how is it her? How is he like doing the past life thing?
Because this happened when he was the baby.
You got to go visit this Rhonda in jail and bring her your kid and see if they have a bond.
You're just saying that because you don't believe me.
You're absolutely right, but I still want you to have to track down this Rhonda.
See, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Read these. Come on. Talk to these people. I'm not crazy.
Ian, yes, welcome to Crazy Corner. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, my daughter's 6 now, but yeah, when she was around the age of 3, she would have kind of have those kind of conversations with me as well it was kind of bizarre. She would say things that weren't even like entirely should be in her vocabulary about events that were happening or that have happened to her. And same things like strong emotional changes. She'd go, this reminds me of that one time I was riding a horse with some lady named Lily. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Here we go.
But I totally understand what you're saying, where it could sound like spouted off nonsense because, kids do that. But I don't know, as a parent, there's kind of this feeling you get when it happens. You're like, this is just kind of abnormal. This is more abnormal than you just being a 2-year-old.
Did you Google one time someone named Lily owned a horse, and then all of a sudden you go, my kid's telling the truth?
Yeah, no, I didn't get that deep into it. I think the world works in weird ways.
Right, because you move on, because you say they're 3. And maybe there's a weirdness to it. Maybe you go, all right, this is a bit of like a Children of the Dam situation. It seems like they're giving me some weird vibes right now. But then they watch a new Pixar movie and they move on.
Well, 917 said that this happened to them, and then when your child is talking about their past life, you have to ask them any kind of timestamp. Who won the World Series that year? Who was president of the United States? Try and figure out around what time this happened.
Yes, Jake?
I just Googled Lily who owned a horse, and there was a Lily who owned a horse.
Oh, my God, you guys. This is crazy.
Dina?
It's Deanna. But
okay.
Yes, so when my daughter was 2, she told me that she missed her mom.
Let me get on the appropriate music for this call.
What?
Go ahead.
You're not taking this seriously.
So that she missed her mom, and I was standing right there, and I said, what are you talking about? I'm right here. She goes, no, my other mom.
Right.
And she explained the lady, and who she explained was my dead grandma.
Yeah, and they didn't know about that person, did they?
Yeah, but can I ask you a question?
Nope,
what did she say?
Never met her.
So she describes your dead mom, her grandma, that she never met. And what kind of descriptors did she use that made you think she's talking about your mom and not just a general woman?
It was my grandma, but no, she described exactly her color of her hair, her eyebrows, because she had like how she looked when she was younger, and then we showed her a picture, and she goes, "Yeah, that's my other mom."
This is crazy.
Come on, why are you shaking? You're rolling your eyes and shaking your head. Can you at least try to have an open mind here?
Allie, it's not about having an open mind or not.
What are the odds of someone coming back within the same family? There's a bazillion people in the world.
Hey, well, my sister
here we go.
My sister was my mom's mom in another life.
Your sister.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, where did you come up with this?
Because they went to a psychic.
Okay, great.
No, that's why they butt heads, because my sister used to be her mom.
Right. Okay.
And a lot of times they come
sense.
back in the same family to teach each other things because they're soulmates. They're connected.
714 says, I totally agree with Allie. My kid one time said that his dad was a lollipop. So it must be true.
You're not even taking it seriously.
Google lollipop dad.
Check out, Jake, Google lollipop dad and see if this kid's onto something. Because I think.
Okay. You know what? It's fine. I don't need you to believe me. But there are other people who have experienced this, and I'm hearing from all of them.
My daughter said she wanted to ride a shark to school. Allie, please translate.
No, that's not. See, it's different than that. He's not. I know when he's talking gibberish and he's just making stuff up. This is a real plot line that he is giving a lot of details to, and details that I would have never told him about, and things that he doesn't even know about. I haven't taught him about death and dying.
909 says, Allie, I've got some magic beans to sell you.
Come
if you
on.
could give,
All
here's
right,
my
fine.
Venmo.
Whatever.
Hey,
you know what? You can say I'm crazy.
Marcy, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Oh, my goodness. Good morning. Yes, my name is Marcy, and I totally agree with you, Allie. When my daughter's 24 now, and when she was about 3 to 4, she started talking about her other family.
Uh-huh.
And she missed her brother Coco, and it sounds like it's been a long time, but they died in a house fire.
You crazy!
And she would talk about it so detailed, and she was little.
Yeah.
And she would say, I just miss my brother Coco. And I would be just like, who is Coco? And I remember like thinking about what movie did she watch, and there
Probably
was
Coco.
nothing.
Probably the movie Coco.
Shut up.
There was nothing.
Okay.
No. That was
All right.
the
No, that was
All
a totally
right.
different. 310 said, "Oh my God, Allie, this is a real thing. It's been studied at the University of Virginia, and there's a Washington Post article about a bunch of children who remember their past lives that can be confirmed." Boom.
People are shocked to find out that Allie's sister is the OG throat goat. That's also interesting as well. And that makes sense, actually. That's a beautiful
Now you're
thing.
on board?
Now
That's
I'm
what got you on
Now-
board?
now I believe everything she said.
714 said, "It just sounds like Wesley killed a bunch of people."
Yeah, I think your kid's a serial killer from a previous life.
Yeah, or he's the next, Messiah.
Took down Rhonda. Well, listen, this is crazy talk. We got to take a break. When we
I'm
get
not
back,
alone. There are a lot of people that believe me.
you're alone. 714 says Lollipop Dad for president. So I'm telling you, there's a lot.
605 Klein, the guy who gets scammed 10 times a day, doesn't believe in past lives.
Hey,
Will you
you're
believe
right.
any website with an eagle on it?
If it's got an eagle and some stars, it's probably a legitimate website. I have fallen for that a few times, yes. But
Why don't you predict some things and my kid predict some things and see who's
great.
right?
Tell me who's going to win. Oh, go NFL kickoff weekend. I got to get some bets in. So
Okay.
why don't you go ahead and
I will.
figure that out?
I will.
Get a real answer. I don't want to hear that.
And I'm going to dig into this Rhonda thing.
Yeah. And if he tells me the Rondas are going to win the Super Bowl, that's useless to me. I need a real team, okay? Get on it. We'll take a quick break. When we get back, we got the news to get to. More crazy talk next on KROQ.
Klein, Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ.
Dennis on KROQ, 800-520-1067. Talking dad advice in time for Father's Day. What's up?
Hey, my dad told me you can date a girl with a ponytail, but don't date a girl with pigtails. I asked him why, and he said, you got to keep one hand free to wave to the crowd.
Oh, my God.
Allie,
Disgusting.
Allie is getting more gay by the moment
I
as she hears these conversations between fathers and sons. And they're all these like weird, old, pervy sex tips.
Can you explain that one? I didn't understand it when I screened his call.
I don't think we need to dwell on it. Let's just move on.
Allie and I will demonstrate. Allie, get over here. We'll show you. Derek, what is the advice that you got from your dad?
So my dad would always tell me before I left the house to watch my ass, basically meaning that, to keep alert and be careful.
And he would say,
Are you sure it wasn't Pride Month? And he was telling you watch your ass.
Watch your ass. Or as Vanessa wrote it up here, wash your ass.
Also good advice for gay guys.
I want you to know that wasn't me. It was Johnny. I understand.
Wash your ass, not watch your ass.
Yeah, he said watch your ass, not wash your ass.
Oh,
both,
my God.
Both good advice, though, as Allie pointed out.
213 said, my dad would always tell me, take care of your feet and your teeth. Those are the two things you always got to take care of on your body. I think that's good advice.
Christine, I feel like dads in general don't give a lot of it. I mean, usually moms are the ones that have the advice, the good advice at least. I feel
like the deep life advice.
but
This
I-
is like,
yeah.
take care of your feet.
Right, right. Wash your ass, son. Christine, you're on KROQ. What dad advice did you get?
Hello.
Hello, Christine.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah. My dad told me if I caught my husband cheating on me to kill him and don't leave the scene of the crime and come back and kill him. Kill him right away.
Okay.
What?
I think the advice is if you do kill him, don't leave the scene of the crime because then you look guilty. So kill him, but then stay there and act like
Just
surprised.
kill him right away and
Smart.
then call down.
Wait. He was joking, though, right? Christine?
No, he was serious.
Oh, my God.
He was serious. It was that way. It's a crime of passion.
Oh,
wow. Damn, dude,
See, by
it
the way,
goes deep.
That's good advice. I mean, the thing about it, of all the advice you're going to, if you do kill the guy, stay there. So at least it's a crime of passion.
And then punch yourself so it seems like self-defense.
Allie, that's now you're getting weird, I think.
Now this is weird.
Eileen, welcome to KROQ. Dad advice. What is the best or worst dad advice you got? Hi.
Yes, my dad always said beauty fades because I was a cheerleader, but brains don't. So I went to law school.
Wait, beauty stays, but
No,
brains
no.
don't?
Beauty
No,
fades.
beauty fades.
Oh, fades. Oh, okay.
But brains don't. In other words,
By the way,
That's
brains
also
brains definitely fade. If you've ever tried to
Oh,
talk to an
yeah.
old person, good luck with that.
I have early onset dementia. They fade fast.
Yeah, Allie's never had the beauty to start with, but the brain is
was a
already
s-
fading. I mean, really, I'm serious. Craig, what real dad advice did you get over the years? Go ahead.
Yeah, we were on our way to Vegas, and it was my best friend's dad. And he told us the hookers you want, you can't afford, and the ones that you can afford, you don't want.
God, that's so true.
Do you think he came up with that himself and was like, that's good. I got to pass that on to my kid.
I am like Confucius.
Like,
all right. Well, listen, I mean, this is, once again, these are only things, moms don't waste their time with this nonsense. This is like.
I think my mom said the hooker thing to me.
I believe that. Hutch on KROQ, good morning.
Hell, good morning, guys. Listen to you guys all the time.
Thank you, Hutch.
Yeah, hey, best advice that my father gave me is while you're young, work hard. Work never kills. And you know what? 47 years I've been working hard with him as a mechanic in Pasadena, California.
That's good. You actually live by the advice. You stand by it. That's actually rare, I feel like, when you actually listen to the advice and do it.
Well, I feel like dads always say work hard, too. And I feel like, in the newer generations in 2024, people are, like, working less than ever because they just want to kind of coast.
Moises.
Oh, hey, how's it going? What's up?
Is that your name, Moises?
Yeah, it's Moses. That's either one.
All right. There's a lot of vowels written here. I tried to figure it out. What's up, Moises?
So I actually think that I have the best advice. My father basically told me, listen, before you get married, look at her mother because that's what she's going to look like. That's what she's going to
I got that advice before, and that's pretty spot on. Look at the mom and look at the arm connectors.
I think what I'm learning is that men are very superficial.
You're just learning that now?
It's just all about vaginas and women and the way they look and what you can afford.
By the way, there's a lot of advice I haven't even put on the air yet.
And don't have nose hairs.
I don't think we can say a lot of these things, but yes, most of the dad advice is in that category.
Oh man, this other one.
Hold on, do you want me to? I will put it on. I wasn't going to put this on. William, go ahead. Allie wants to hear the advice you got from your dad. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up? You're on.
Hi, William, long-time listener of you guys as well.
What's your name? Let's start with your name.
William.
All right, and you've got some dad advice?
Yeah, my dad advice.
All right, hold on. Before you give it to us, Allie, do you want to know who you're talking to?
Sure. What's your name, sir?
My name's William.
Okay.
Yeah, and so my dad advice was given to me.
Hold on, Omar's just joining us. Go ahead. So let's start
who
this
you guys talking to?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who it is. Hello?
Sir, your name?
Yeah, William.
Okay.
You're on.
William. Hey, William.
Let's say hi to William.
Yeah, hey,
on
what's
KROQ.
up?
Hey, what's up, sir? Who's this?
So my advice that Dad gave me.
Wait, who's on the phone right now?
Hi, Jake.
Who's calling?
William.
William's
what's
on.
up, dude?
William, go ahead. You got dad advice. It's KROQ. Who's next?
Yeah, dad advice.
Wait, who is this? Who is this on the line right now?
It's William.
Okay.
William, go ahead, William.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait, who is it?
Go ahead, Anonymous.
Dad advice gave me.
There's our time, guys. Klein Alley Show. Let's find out what's going on in the world with your news. Then a brand new hour of the show can officially begin. Before we start giving you trips to go to Vegas, go to When We Were Young. All the bands will be there, like Weezer, The Return of Panic at the Disco, Blink-182, and more. Be ready to win those tickets coming up 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock this morning here on KROQ. Here we go.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
It's hard to find negative Shohei Ohtani news, but hey, it is America and we can tear down a hero like no one else in the world. And now that Shohei's been in America for a while, it's time for him to get sued. It's over a real estate deal. It's a big Hawaii real estate investor is suing him and his agent because he claims that they got him fired from a big $240 million luxury housing project on the coast of Hawaii. I guess he and his agent were basically just brought in for like his brand and promotional value. They're like, if we attach Shohei Ohtani to this project, it's going to have his name on it. We're going to get more money for the property, which I'm sure is correct. Mm-hmm. But then once they joined, they got the previous guys fired so that they could pocket more of the money, etc. So now he's being sued for a lot. But when you're a massively famous baseball player who, pretty much everything you touch turns to gold, there are going to be people that want their hands, that have their hands out, want their palms greased a little bit.
The guy got screwed over by his interpreter. We learned about that. We talked to the bookie a few weeks ago that was kind of in the middle of that whole ordeal. And, the guy's got a ton of money, and his name is as famous as any name in baseball right now and for many years previous and future. So as a result, every single person is going to want to attach him. I think he's involved. I just read how many actual products he's involved in one way or another.
He's like turning into Mark Cuban. He can't even keep track,
numbers
probably.
Kind of crazy, to be honest, already. And I get it. People want to use his name. They're going to write him checks. So just keep taking that money.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about now. It's like who's attached
to
something, right? If this person's attached, then I'll give it my seal of approval. But I have a hard time believing that Shohei Ohtani is malicious enough to be like, we're going to sign on to this development, then we're going to kick all the other guys to the curb so I can make more money.
I think
he doesn't seem like that type of person.
I think we found another Shohei Ohtani. Didn't we find someone that had a similar name, spelled differently, but they were another Shohei Ohtani that lived in somewhere in Southern California that we were going to use to endorse our radio show, and then they wouldn't do it because they thought that we would get sued by actual Shohei Ohtani?
Oh,
remember that
I
whole thing?
remember we actually found a guy.
We found a few people that had similar names, one that was spelled a little bit different, but pronounced Shohei Ohtani. We were going to do a whole thing like Shohei Ohtani, but they were like, nope, the real Shohei will sue us. And we're like, all right, well, there goes another great idea that the lawyers shut down here.
I guess we'll move on. All right, so mentioned this yesterday, but more details about how you can make your dog famous if they are chosen to be the next Air Bud. Air Bud came out in 1997. Now, almost 30 years later, it's time to bring it back to life. It will be called Air Bud Returns, and it will be the 15th installment in the Air Bud franchise.
How many sports does that dog play? It's not just basketball every time, because I think one of them, the dog was skiing or something.
He was?
I swear to God.
I guess you have to run out of ideas when there's 15 Air Bud movies.
Yeah, I think that the dog moved into different sports.
Well,
started conquering all the sports.
I didn't realize.
Is it the same Air Bud, or is it like Air Bud like Allie's son and gets reincarnated?
Oh, there's a volleyball one. Air Bud Spikes Back.
Oh, okay, volleyball.
They do it just for the puns.
Yeah, that's why. I think. Yeah, I imagine that. I can't believe we couldn't get Vanessa in that movie. She's such a fan of all things volleyball. But I think that dog. Yeah, look it up, Omar. I think that dog played soccer at one point. I think that one had a. Yeah, what was that?
Air
one
Bud World Pup.
Well, I think there's a football one because there was an Air Bud Golden Receiver.
Yep.
Was that the one? Oh, wow.
1998.
Allie did not even look that up. Allie knew that.
I did not even need to look that
up. Allie knew that off the top of her head.
And there's a baseball one, Air Bud 7th Inning Fetch.
Oh, man.
There are more Air Bud movies than there are Fast and Furious movies. Isn't that wild?
Give me the title and I'll guess if it's an Air Bud movie or a Fast and Furious movie.
So they're taking open auditions, which I'm sure the casting department is super happy about. A bunch of dogs applying to be the next Air Bud. But the dog must be a purebred golden retriever, athletic, ideally should love basketball, and you're supposed to submit a video of your dog performing basic commands, including sit, stay, and come. And do you want to just hear the synopsis of the original Air Bud?
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you the synopsis of the reboot.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Air Bud the original. A grieving tween who just lost his father meets an abandoned, runaway golden retriever who had recently escaped from his abusive owner, an alcoholic clown named Norman.
No, that's Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Isn't that the one? Same story, right?
Vin Diesel's the alcoholic clown.
I get it.
They become fast friends, discover Buddy the dog has a natural talent for basketball, and the rest is history.
You know, I think I've tried to put this original one on for my kids, and I did not know there was a big scene at the beginning with an absolutely drunk, like a really...
Yeah, there's an alcoholic clown named Norman Snively who locked him in a kennel for causing trouble at a birthday party.
Yeah, and I think my kids started crying within the first 5 minutes of the movie, and I had to turn it off.
I realized it was so sad.
Yeah, it was. This clown is not like funny drunk clown; it's like abusive drunk clown.
Really?
Yeah. It took a very sinister turn right out of the gate.
Really deep, these movies. And then the new one is a grieving tween who just lost his father. Sound familiar?
Yes.
Discovers an original VHS copy of the Air Bud movie in his childhood home, prompting him to follow his dream to play professional basketball.
To be a drunk clown.
That'd be so great. They just need a dog that can be a drunk clown. They go away completely out of the basketball realm.
This dog's too sober. Next.
All right, well, if you have a golden retriever, purebred, you want to be a superstar, that's a great way to make some money off your animal, huh?
I do enjoy that they might be opening it up a little bit, but I kind of like that they're just going with the original golden retriever.
Yeah, they're out of ideas. Just time for the reboot, right?
Well, clearly they're out of ideas by the plot summary that I just gave.
We get into a brand new hour of the show right now on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. It's Tuesday. We are Klein Alley Show. This is KROQ. If you need us, phones, text line, exact same. 800-520-1067. Back to school week for a lot of LAUSD. Teachers already texting us saying they're back, getting the rooms all ready to go. Omar's kids already been back to school for a week right now. Yep. Summer is officially winding down. If you don't believe us, go walk in any grocery store and just notice the giant Halloween display that waits you when you walk right in.
Oh, my God. It is full
blown.
Full-blown Halloween. Is not even trying to hide it. Not one aisle. It is on display as soon as you walk in.
So we are here for you this morning, and we have coming up tickets for you to go to When We Were Young in Vegas. You'll have a couple of chances to win those. Also, tickets to Monster Jam can and will be yours. This hour is not going to be a great hour for producer Vanessa because she will be on the hot seat for some Annoynimously, and this is where we each get to record things about Vanessa that annoy us. Then we change the voice so she won't know who said what, so it's totally anonymous. We have the ability to speak freely. And think about this for just a moment if you were to do this with any person you work with, any coworker of yours or friend of yours. If once a year you could do some sort of an audit where you say, look, we're cool, we get along, but here's 4 or 5 things that you do that really annoy us.
Yeah, it's like a performance review, but it's not really about performance. It's just about personal stuff.
And I think that she is concerned. Even though she did volunteer to sit on the hot seat, Vanessa, you have some concerns, correct?
I mean, not really.
No.
I think I can take it, guys.
Here's the thing, though. You think you can take it until, this is how I picture it, too. Everything, oh, yeah, it's all fun and games, and everyone's just going to lay it all out there. But then there's always one thing that just real cuts deep.
Yeah, like here's a tease as to what we can look forward to later this hour.
When you have a little fit, when we get slightly off topic during the meetings, tangents are where the creative juice lives. We need to encourage tangents. We know you want to get out of the meeting ASAP so you can go home and rollerblade with all the other kids in your neighborhood, but we're trying to come up with ideas for the show.
So that is one person's thought about you, but
we don't know who it is.
Could have been anyone.
Sounds like Jake.
Well, the voice was changed, so you don't know who that was.
It was slightly changed.
That was barely changed at all. That was so barely changed. Well, anyway, these will be totally anonymous. And I think that this will be a giant HR issue, but we'll do it anyway, because why the hell not?
We'll cleanse ourselves.
If you need us, we're here for the interaction. You can always join us on the text line. You can watch us as we're streaming right now on YouTube. Go to KROQ's YouTube and watch us. The show unfolds live before your very ears and eyes. Next, KROQ. Moments, Vanessa will be entering the studio and sit on the hot seat for some Annoynimously. That'll be a lot of fun for everyone except for her. And if you have anything about Vanessa that annoys you, could be her voice or her mispronunciation or the fact that she's very little. People say they watch her get on and off the chair when she comes in here to run the board in this room, and they say it's so funny because it's like watching like one of those ventriloquist dummies. It's so little
just
compared
like
to
climb
the
up.
So we'll get to that later, and then we'll give you some tickets so you can go to Vegas for when we were young. But yesterday we did talk about this story, Allie. It was the guy that was working on the news, and he couldn't figure out how to put his makeup on. He said the makeup artist didn't show up, and all the women then had to do the guy's makeup on the show.
Yes.
Well, we have a listener that claims that this is a well-known old move that guys do to hit on women, and he said it's worked for him before as well. I didn't hear about this move, but take a listen.
So I think you mentioned about the Channel 5 news this morning. How about how the guy didn't have his makeup artist with him?
So the guy, the story, you can play some of it, but this guy, it was a long-ass news segment. It was like nothing else was going on in the world. But the guy basically was saying, I don't have makeup today, and so I'm going to go on the air live and let all the female news reporters, I'm sure that's why they wanted to.
The makeup person hadn't shown up, and he was like, I'm just stuck with this, with all this makeup stuff, and I don't know how to use it.
My face.
Oh, no, that's eye cream.
Can
I have some?
I know.
Did you put powder on the face? Blush? Just you usually put blush?
Definitely some contour.
Come on.
Definitely need some.
And that's the other thing. I don't know what brushes to use. Like, I don't know.
Well, you're missing
What
some
about
brushes.
a sponge? I feel like we need a sponge for
What
that
do you use for
concealer.
foundation?
It's funny because I would think that like a lot of these female reporters, they want to be taken seriously as like, we are female news reporters. We want to be taken seriously.
I don't want to be stereotyped.
Right. As soon as the blush comes out,
they're like, hold on.
They all unravel so quickly. Oh, come on, more rouge over here.
Please.
So
Are you going to rub that concealer?
So this guy, anyway, he claims he's used this move to pick up on coworkers. Listen to this.
I think that was a total move because if you watch that show, all the ladies on that show, the co-hosts are all super hot. And that guy is probably like, oh, I don't have my makeup artist. Could you ladies help me? And you look at the ladies like Lauren Lister, Megan Tellis, and Casey Montoya. They're all super hot.
This guy knows them all by name. Like, this guy's a real junkie for the local news. That was always the thing, and I think the rest of the world looked at L.A. first, and then everyone tried to copy the L.A. formula, which was get the most attractive people you can find, put them in front of a green screen,
bleach their hair, make it happen.
Put them in a news desk, and who cares if they know about the news? They'll figure out the rest. It's teleprompter. It's
yeah, because
easy.
people want to watch hot people.
Right, and then the rest of the country, and I think the rest of the world looked on, and they're like, you know
But
what?
what about me?
I got 9 Peabody Awards. And they're like, listen, over there in L.A., they figured out they just take the most attractive people they can find and they have them deliver the news. And then when they turn 30, they fire them and bring in someone else.
Yay, that's the L.A. way.
Kind of like, oh, that's a move. Like, could you ladies help me with my makeup? Yeah, because I used to do that when I had a hot coworker. Like, I would always say, like, oh, I forgot to bring my tie, or I need someone to tie my tie for me, and she would help me. So, yeah, that's just a total move on the guy. Yeah, I watch that show every weekend.
Well, this guy got it all figured out.
Well, this actually used to happen in back in the day when I was doing musicals and plays. The few straight guys, and there were a few straight guys.
Alice brought us into musical land again.
They would backstage be like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know, and all the girls would be like, let me show you, and like do their blush and all this stuff. And I swear we would do show after show with these guys, and they never knew how to do makeup.
Yeah.
But they did.
Right.
But they didn't.
That was an excuse to try to get close with the ladies. And ladies love doing makeup on guys. I don't know what it is about it. Straight, gay, doesn't matter. Women love doing makeup on dudes.
Yeah. It's like all men, regardless of whether they're gay or straight, love boobs for different reasons. Yes. All women, regardless of what reason, love putting makeup on men.
We take a break. When we get back, Vanessa will be in here to hear everything about her that annoys us. It's going to be a very honest, very real moment that could result in tears. Vanessa did cry last week already. It was good.
Okay, we were all crying together.
We will come back in a moment and figure out if things get emotional to a level that even we cannot experience. And this has been an emotional week around here. It's been an emotional roller coaster, to say the very least.
It has been a raw week.
Just imagine what's going to happen next. Annoynimously after this quick break on KROQ.
Every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hit the jackpot and score a pair of tickets to When We Were Young. October 18th or 19th, Las Vegas Festival Grounds. Over 50 bands including.
I want to go to them.
Let's go! Blink 182. The return of Panic at the Disco. Weezer. Avril Lavigne. The Offspring. All-Time Low. The Used. Bad Religion. Yellow Card. Simple Plan. Taking Back Sunday. And more. I just wanna break you down so badly. If I could find you. Welcome to the new dark ages. to win your way in. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Hey, this is Brendan from Panic at the Disco.
Hello, this is Rivers from Weezer.
We are Blink 182. Win your way in all this week
on the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ.
Yesterday, I almost got to experience something that I've always wanted to do. And I've told you on the show many times, this would be one of my goals. Every year, it's been my goal to do this thing. And yesterday, I came the closest I've ever come to accomplishing that goal.
Is it the armored bank heist that you always wanted?
Eating a whole pizza in one sitting?
I've done that many times. Nothing I'm proud of, but I've done it many times. And no, Omar, I did not steal or break in or try to rob from an armored car.
That's exactly what somebody who did that would say today.
Right. Well, I wish I could have. I see them all the time, especially outside this building, and they do seem unattended.
Yeah.
I've always thought about it.
Is that why you have on that fancy leather coat?
That's right. That's my, that's
You
my
bought
Robin.
it with your winnings.
It's my Robin coat. I yesterday was very close to doing my first ever citizen's arrest.
What?
Because I got a text in the middle of the day that an active break-in was happening 3 blocks from my house. And this is part of the whole neighborhood watch thing that has been started because of all of the break-ins that have been happening pretty much all over Southern California. I mean, they've just been happening all over the place, and people don't seem to care anymore. Like, at least back in the day, they'd be like, well, we'll wait till they're out of town for the weekend, then we'll rob them. Now they're just going, they went and walked the dog for 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and smash a window, break in, grab
day,
some
night,
stuff.
doesn't matter.
2 o'clock afternoon, middle of the day. By the way, beautiful day, too. I'm not saying if I'm going to rob houses, I start thinking to myself, is today the kind of day that more people would be out walking around, perhaps, because it's nice outside? Maybe you wait till there's, I don't know, weather drops to the 70s here. At least some people, don't want to go out. But maybe that's their thought. Maybe their plan is people are probably outside enjoying the sun. Now's a good time to break in.
Or do they feel like us, where we was like, we should go to the beach. They're like, we should rob. It's such a nice day.
Such a nice day for robbing. So I get this text that I'm on. There's like hundreds of people on this text chain, but it basically says there is a break-in in progress right now. Police have been notified, but as you know, the response time, not very quick.
Jesus.
And so it became, are any neighbors nearby that can go scope the situation? I was so bummed out because I wasn't home, but I was in the canyon making my way back. And I was thinking to myself, God, if only this guy, because I know the way that these guys operate is they're in and out of places in like 5 minutes or less.
And even if there's cameras, it doesn't help anything, really.
Doesn't really help. Usually you just have cameras. Now, what this person did, because the footage was released after the fact, they wore a vest as if they were a Amazon delivery driver. They had the full Amazon delivery driver outfit, walked up with an empty box to the front door, knocked on the door a few times, no one answers. Then they kind of put the box down. Then that's when they decided to walk around the side of the house, smash a window, go in, grab a bunch of stuff, and leave.
So it was just one person?
This time, well, it's all in the video I saw, it was just one person.
Wow.
And apparently after the fact,
what does that say about you that you can't even get one person to help you?
To help you rob. Yeah, I know. You'd think, like, at least you could find a friend that wants to go robbing with you.
Yeah, like even these crime rings that are like getting arrested, they're like, I love my bros.
But maybe there was another friend that was on lookout, or maybe there was another friend that was in the drive. Because they did have a car parked outside.
What was your plan if you arrived? How were you going to stop the break-in?
I was so frustrated and annoyed because I was in the canyon, but I was responding saying, I can be there in like 11 minutes. And everyone's going like, is there anyone closer? Mm-hmm. And I think there were definitely people closer that were too pussy to go and do anything. So I was like, my plan, I'll tell you, Allie, I had 2 plans. I don't have any weapons on me, but I do.
Except for your hands.
Except for my hands.
Oh, yeah.
These are very dangerous.
You can mush those right into someone's face.
Lethal weapons.
Get hairy knuckles right in the face. Nothing grosser than that, you know?
Just choke on your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go.
No, the plan was I was going to try to box in whatever the escape vehicle was, so the escape vehicle couldn't move. That was the plan.
Well, you can only box in one. How do you box somebody in on what if they can just go the other way?
When they move, I move. Move.
What?
You try to. Yeah,
it's like that dance.
Yeah, the little dance. They try to pull up.
You move, I move.
I box them in. I box in. That was the
just
idea.
Like that?
I was going to box
like
them in. That was the plan. Was to just slow down. I was actually going to slash tires and box in.
How are you going to slash tires with no weapons?
I didn't think that through.
You're going to punch the tires with your hands.
Karate chop. Oh, that didn't work.
But I got there at exactly, let's just call it, 3 minutes after the perp left the scene. and they were
Wow,
gone.
what a story.
And
wait, where's the close to being the citizens arrest thing?
Well,
you're very far from doing anything
Seems like you
like
just
that.
showed up after a house got broken into
I was-
and then went on your way.
3 minutes away, guys. 3 minutes from a citizen's arrest. 3 minutes.
But you wouldn't have been able to citizens arrest anybody with no weapons or defense or anything.
Of
You think he
course.
would have listened to you? He would have just run away.
No. Not if you say citizen's arrest.
You can't.
Okay,
What
it
is
doesn't
this
work
tag?
that way, man.
You're it.
Yeah.
My rules.
Citizen's arrest.
There's not a home base anymore.
Citizen's arrest. And I was ready. I had like a whole thing ready to go.
You
and
couldn't have
A whole
tackled
thing?
somebody like that.
I wasn't going to tackle Allie. That's.
What if he would have pulled out a gun on you?
Oh, then he wins. I mean, then I realized.
Take backsies.
Yeah. All right. Citizen's arrest
Not
on
it.
hold. On hold for now. Yeah. I mean, I was. Listen.
Even the plan that you're formulating in your head for when you arrive has so many holes in it. Like to be able to trap somebody from leaving a street that has two directions. Usually, when the cops are trapping people, they've got them caught on both ends, so they
Right.
can't go anywhere.
Well,
Unless you're smashing into the vehicle, and then you're going to get a tremendous amount of car damage.
I did think of smash. That was my first thought, Omar, was I was just smashing. I'll wait, and then I'll smash in the vehicle. But then you run the risk. You smash in the vehicle. My car gets destroyed, and his car. You see this all the time. Cars crash. One car drives off fine. The other one's like can't move.
So you got Sweet James.
I got Sweet James. Sweet James. But the adrenaline I felt as I was driving over the canyon, ready to make this citizen's arrest, was really
Was that
intense.
the same adrenaline you felt when you saw that statue dog and you were going to save it?
No, because
Statue dog.
I didn't know until I went up to it that it was it was not a statue. It was an art installation. First of all,
Okay.
It's not a statue of a dog. It was an art
What's
installation.
the difference?
The difference
Yes, explain the difference.
is a statue. I think is there forever, and an art installation is temporary. I think because it's not there anymore.
Statue is a famous dog.
Yeah, so-
Installation is just a random dog.
But then
You're a hero. You're right.
I did talk to one of the officers that got to the scene after the fact and told him.
And I saw nothing.
Told him my plan. He did ask.
So is that why you're wearing that leather coat? Because you feel tough today?
It's my tough guy coat.
Don't you mess with me.
You know, it's funny because I was
I want to
thinking.
give you a noogie.
Yes. Yes.
Is that your bullion coat?
I can tell by the zippers.
I'm only wearing my tough guy clothes from now on. You never know when you got to be ready to do a
I keep my
citizen's
note
arrest.
knife in here.
That's right. Got my slingshot, and I'll pull it out if I need to. Well, anyway, another hero.
Well, we're all in awe of you.
Yeah, our eyes are on you, you perps. You're not going to like this. Get on the hot seat. Good morning. It's KROQ. We are Klein
I'm
Alley
ready.
Show. Vanessa has entered the main studio. Don't believe us? Check out the YouTube. We're streaming live right there. In a moment, Vanessa,
Did you
you're
fall off the chair already?
No, I was making it higher.
higher.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
the mic thing is too high.
I think you should just sit on the desk at this point.
You're so high now. Look like a gargoyle
This is
over the
perfect.
studio.
Perfect.
Jesus. All right, hi. Hi up there.
Oh
How are you? Are you ready? You understand that all of
Vanessa, big girl.
Vanessa, you are a big girl. We should get those that seat that you can clip onto the table. She can sit in. It's got like its
Oh
own
my
tray.
gosh, I think I still have one in the garage. I should bring it in.
Vanessa, are you nervous at all when you hear in a moment all of the things that you do as the producer of this show that are annoying? Wow, you're getting even taller.
Sorry.
What?
I have
You got to see this on YouTube right now. She has gotten so hot.
Judge.
She's just like a lifeguard. Give her a whistle and a twirl.
I know. So cute. You're so high up.
Why did you go so high?
So
to
I
compensate?
can be like this.
Yell shark.
All right, Vanessa, you understand all of these, even though you won't know which one of us said what.
I will know.
No, you won't. We changed the voices.
I just will know.
She knows her show.
It's not about who said what. It's more about you accepting these things that you do that annoy us and then changing them immediately.
I don't know about changing, but I do accept them.
What?
I won't
I can't hear you
change
from up there.
myself, but I will accept them.
All right, fair
I will
enough.
accept this.
She will. She will accept
She'll
it.
go into sepsis.
All
Okay,
right, here
great.
is the first. Here is the first thing that you do that annoys people on the show.
You always pitch ideas that aren't ideas. You'll be like, I have an idea, and then you'll proceed to share not one inkling of any idea. You'll just be like, you guys were talking about chicken, so I was thinking stuff with chicken. Who's in? Love it.
Okay, first of all, the chicken example, terrible. But you know it's true. I'll come up with, I think we have the ball rolling. I'm like, okay, guys, this is what I think we should do. And then you guys are like, oh, wait, I think of something better.
Well,
but
Vanessa,
I'm getting the ball rolling.
This is not. I didn't leave this Annoynimous. This was not my voice change.
I know that's Jake.
You don't know who it is.
That sounds like Jake,
Okay,
the way
well,
that it was put together.
Regardless, listen.
And he always
you
makes
will-
fun of me because I say, love it.
We'll be having a conversation. We'll say, all right, what's going on? All right, it's back to school week. And then you'll jump in and very kind of excitedly go, okay, guys, back to school. Let's go.
What are you going to do?
What are we going to do?
Come up with something about that.
Yeah. And then, but you'll always usually say idea first. It's not really an idea. It's more of you're just stating what we already.
Brainstorm. I'm going to go like this instead. Brainstorm, back to school.
Okay.
Or sometimes, Klein, she'll find a really obscure article.
Yes.
And she'll be like, here's this other crazy thing that I heard of, so something with that.
Something with that. Something with that.
Like, no, it's a good topic.
Something with that.
And then she'll just put her arms out like,
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm
Here's the next one. And once again, here's another.
All right, so Vanessa does this thing where she can't spell the most.
You don't have to say who.
It's so obvious.
It's anonymous. It's not about who said it. These are anonymous complaints about you. You don't have to know who they're from. These are.
By the way, you're wrong. That last one wasn't me.
Yeah, but you were not right on the first one either. That was not Jake. But let's not do process of elimination where she'll figure out who it is. These are all any of us.
All right, so Vanessa does this thing where she can't spell the most basic words, and she has to ask me, like, she asked me once, how do you spell tablet? And I turned around with the most dumbfounded look, like, tablet, bro. Tablet.
So that person's upset that they had to spell tablet for you.
Yeah,
but,
bro.
Yeah, that could be any of us.
I know it's Johnny.
Oh.
And
the only other person who's back there with you and behind the show.
I'm not good at spelling.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong. I speak 2 languages. If you don't like it, too bad. I will Google it.
T-O bad.
Too bad. Here we go. Next one.
When you have a little fit and we get slightly off topic during the meetings,
Okay, this is
tangents
dangerous.
are where the creative juice lives. We need to encourage tangents. We know you want to get out of the meeting ASAP so you can go home and rollerblade with all the other kids in your neighborhood, but we're trying to come up with ideas for the show.
We do like to keep the meetings going, which we appreciate, but sometimes there is conversation that really will spark the next great idea. I think this
Not really, though.
Not
It's
with Jake.
I'm on Vanessa's side on this.
Well, usually the Jake's tangents are truly just tangents that lead us to a club
Yeah. Stuff.
with a band that no
Coming
one's ever
from
heard.
him, he's like, anyway, this really cool poster is purple and blue.
Right.
And we have to be like, okay.
And
And,
it's a black light.
and he thinks this is like a creative tangent that we're on.
So the answer is, Vanessa, if Jake takes us on a tangent, definitely
Shut it down.
Shut it down immediately.
But if anyone else does, let
Yeah.
it ride.
Sometimes I just have to be like,
Yeah.
okay, guys.
Like
I know we all want to get out on time.
Right, but like if Omar's going to jump in with something, it's probably going to be useful.
Because he never says anything.
It'll be a good idea because he's got something to add. But if Jake goes on a tangent, it's going to be about like another pair of jean shorts he's about to buy.
Yeah, but Jake's just kind of practicing for conversations for the friends that he didn't have the day before.
Right. Yeah, Jake's like bringing friends.
That's important stuff.
All right, next complaint for Vanessa. These are anonymous. These are all things about Vanessa that annoy us, but she doesn't know who's saying what because they're totally done anonymously.
You will get us all excited by saying things like, okay, guys, big news. And then follow it up with the smallest, least interesting thing, like next Thursday they're going to vacuum the halls.
I've got an exciting follow-up. It's so exciting.
There's a lot of quote exciting follow-ups.
The printer color is working.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, someone has to be positive.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I love your positivity.
No, I feel like that's not something I would get excited about, but when something exciting does happen, for instance, yesterday, I already have our petty claims. That is such exciting news. If I get a cool guess who? Because if I don't get you, Bob.
Right.
But sometimes you'll be like, I have big news. This person emailed me back.
And it's big news for me.
Speaking of guests, there is another Annoynimous about that.
You literally pitch us every email you get. One time, you asked us if we wanted to book a...
Oh, don't talk over the complaints. Do not talk over the complaints. You need to listen. You need to take this. These are things about you that annoy us.
You literally pitch us every email you get. One time, you asked us if we wanted to book a waiter from Cheesecake Factory because you got an email from them.
So it does seem that whenever you get an email, even if it's not an official get, I mean, some of them are just complete rejects right away.
Well, they're PR email lists, right? They just send a mass message out to a bunch of people.
But sometimes I think like Bed Bath & Beyond had a sale, and you're like, you guys want to do anything with this? And we're like, that's just spam email.
And then I was like, I do.
But Allie did. So just be aware.
You never know. You might surprise me.
Sometimes you know.
I do know, but then sometimes I'm like, maybe they want to.
What's great, too, is if it's like a comedian that we've never heard of that is also a hard name to pronounce, and we have to listen to her struggle through the entire
That's the best. That is.
Do you want to talk to Juan Carol the Birds?
Yeah. And we're like, that's like, Bert Kreischer.
I don't know.
Yeah. Moving on, here we go.
When we ask you to go out and get audio, you come back with a bunch of offensive, homophobic sound bites. Be better.
Well, that is true.
I'm never getting drunk again.
No, please.
That I regret.
No, that was the best.
Yeah, you went into the Pride. I don't think they're ever going to do Pride again after you went last year. I mean, you really did.
Good riddance.
You did scream at a lot of gay people in a very short amount of time, too. And
I know. My people were very offended.
Aggressive screaming. All right, next Annoynimous complaint now for Vanessa.
Whenever you do a prep sheet for like a guest, they are filled with so many typos and misinformation. You called Brad Williams a dart.
Once? Vanessa, there's no way that was once.
Vanessa, you gotta wait till the complaints.
Sorry.
You gotta wait till the complaints are over before you speak.
Myself.
I know, but you gotta listen because the audience can't keep track of all these voices.
Whenever you do a prep sheet for like a guest, they are filled with so many typos and misinformation. You called Brad Williams a Darth. He's a dwarf. You know how stupid we would look if we read off that sheet? It's so bad ChatGPT can't even fix it. Same with your emails. You try to polish, but you can't polish a turd.
All right, Eddie, now you can comment.
Okay.
You did refer to Brad as a dwarf.
Regarding
you said Bran Williams.
Regarding Brad Williams,
it's not Brad.
I copied and pasted from his website.
There's no way he misspelled dwarf on his website.
Let's go check his website, everyone.
You think it says
it had to do with his hot sauce. But it is fair. I do a lot of bad spelling. But that's why in my brain, I'm like, there might be a bad spelling in here. But this is what I'm hoping. That you guys will look at it and you won't make them. It's that way to look at it. You
so that we can fact check everything on the air.
And now you know it all.
It's very helpful.
You know it all
so we can just question everything we're reading.
All right, here's the next one. These are once again things about Vanessa that we love her, but the things that she does that annoy us, and she doesn't know who's saying what because these are totally anonymous.
You lost the Starbucks card and blamed it on Johnny. This is why you can't give kids caffeine.
Oh my god!
All right, so there's a lot of people.
You know that's not true.
People think that you lost the Starbucks card.
I'm passionate about the Starbucks card.
She is. She was really upset when it got lost.
I believe it. Next one. These are totally anonymous.
Kibby doesn't like you very much, which speaks to your character. Even this morning, she ran across the parking lot to say hi to the big boss, and he's fired half the company. So what the hell have you done? You got a shady past, and I don't trust it. And neither does Kibby. Also, this is definitely not Jake saying this.
All right. So there's another very important bit of anonymous update.
We know this isn't true. Kibby loves me. All dogs love me. I think.
Jake, since that wasn't...
All drug dogs love me.
Since your dog... It's just the drug dogs. I smell more cocaine on this, Vanessa.
Yeah, they're just circling.
Jake, are you convinced that your dog does not like Vanessa?
She does not run up to Vanessa like she does to every other person in the building.
But some dogs don't like kids
sees me
as an equal.
Same height.
Same height,
Oh
right?
yeah,
I got
maybe
it.
she sees her as competition.
All right,
No, I
Vanessa.
think Kiwi's just used to seeing me, and she's like, "Oh, there's my friend
Yeah.
again." She just gives me
No,
a
she
little.
gets excited when she sees her friends. Like she
No,
gets
no,
excited
no,
when
no.
she sees Carrot Lady.
She gets excited. She just gives me a little. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Here's your next Annoynimous, Vanessa. These are things about you that annoy us, but you don't know who said what.
You tell us these crazy stories about you having sex with multiple chefs at the same time on the
This is
same
not true.
night, banging back and forth, up and down, 19 people, sex parties, and then you say, oh, that's only for off the air.
You guys wish I had those types of stories.
Yeah, but there are times where you're like, oh, I have something really incredibly juicy and wonderful, but we can't talk about it on the radio. And I'm like, then I don't even want to know.
Yeah, a lot of people did bring that up in their Annoynimous.
You'll tell us something super interesting and juicy and then be like, anyway, we can't talk about this on the air. Why? Why can't we talk about anything interesting? Instead, we're stuck with your weird theories on using car visors as curtains? Give us something salacious.
Yeah, you do have some great off-air stories. You do. They're the best.
But on the air, we got the window theory.
That's it. I don't know what's going on. Off-the-air sex orgies with chefs. On-air window visors.
Not true.
That's why she needs those Windows visors.
I know, for the orgies.
This was a cheaper hack I heard here on the radio, and then I used it. I was like, oh, this works.
These are the final complaints about you, and then we're off the hot seat, okay?
You love being on time, but you're like 2 on time. If we have a meeting at 10:30, would it kill you to start it at 10:31?
No.
Give us a damn minute.
That's Allie.
All right. That's enough. We can't do this anymore.
And we love you.
All right. Are you happy?
Yeah, I don't feel bad, but I feel like, you know what's going to be bad? The text line.
951, I have one. Whenever you do Annoynimous, you always interrupt. Just stop, listen, then respond.
Yeah, that's a great one right there. I think we can all agree with that. I'll give you one more, Vanessa. I think we have time for you to hear one more.
Vanessa, you get really drunk and talk to volleyballs and then yell at gay people. I think you may have a drinking problem.
All right. No, that's just some people thinking about you. All right.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough. Well, there you have it. Vanessa, you've survived Annoynimous. You think you're better at your job now?
There we go.
I think I will be.
That's
Okay,
the
great.
confidence.
That's right.
Hello.
Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late.
Okay, everyone, drum roll.
Mornings will never be the same. Ish. Kevin.
The bullying will continue, and the show will get better.
Allie.
I had a couple of beers.
Kevin. Klein. Live. We're sorry.
Look who's back by popular demand. It's us, the most interactive show in the future of all of radio. Kevin Klein Live begins again right now. People on the phones, the texts, the tweets, the emails. Even think I heard a fax coming through. All people were talking about was the Bay Area. Everything's happening in the Bay Area. You got to go to the Bay Area. So I came up to the Bay Area and I turned on the radio. And there was nothing. There was nothing interesting to listen to. There was nothing exciting. Nothing with edge or honesty. And I said, we should do it, but we should do it here in San Francisco, the heartbeat of like the entire world right now. So I got some people together, and then they said, no, those people are not qualified. And then I said, all right, well, I'll find some less qualified people. And I brought them with me, and here we are. Enter, born and bred in San Jose, Allie Johnson. She's got no filter. usually works against her, but it's great for the show.
Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life.
In addition to being competitive, Allie's also quite serious. So whenever we have these musicians stop by to perform here at Live 105, we always look for any opportunity we can to pull a prank on Allie. And Hosier, who's got the #1 song in the country right now, Take Me to Church, was not afraid to help us with that.
Dear Allie, your girlfriend of 5 years is leaving you for me. I know this letter hurts, but I guess she couldn't turn away my millions of dollars and success. Sorry, love.
You know what? You two little can shut up.
You may be thinking that just anyone can turn on a microphone and do a radio show. That is what radio has sounded like in this town for far too long. Well, that's all going to change now. This is the first step in a very long project. Project? What? Oh, process. First step in a very long process.
Kevin Klein, live.
I thought I told you to turn that thing off!
On Live 105. We're sorry.
Vegas for When We Were Young coming up in less than 20 minutes right here on KROQ. Back with that in your news after this.
And now, a moment with Allie.
Move over, Love Island, and make what was for make war for love. Make room for Jesus.
That was a moment with Allie.
Klein Alley Show.
Jake, did you enjoy the thirst trap video?
That was nice, yes.
So creepy.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was very nice. Thank you.
Amazing Gunga Boongas.
What?
Oh no! All right, well, Brenda, it's been real. I wish you nothing but the best. I'm sure we'll never speak again.
Please don't stop listening.
You're about to hear for the next 7 seconds a grown woman lick a grown man's armpit.
Oh God!
And
what is the reason for this?
It's 100 degrees outside. It's very hot. They're in the Deep Valley.
Jake, we didn't ask you to do this.
We did not. Yeah, we did not ask for this, Jake. So this was all on you.
Oh, I thought.
This was.
I didn't have to do this?
No, this was a totally different subject. This was.
No one said, by the way, lick people's pits.
You weren't even doing a pit stop here. This was just go out and find out what people's back to school stories are, or whatever. And then you decided to do this. So this is on you. But here we go. Let's enjoy it together.
Can I? If you want.
Sweet saltiness.
Ah! No.
That is so
human kindness.
She went to school to learn about the effects of bullying. Only so years later she could.
Sweet saltiness.
Ah!
All right,
No.
And that is why you should all stay in school. This weekend is much needed, I think. Right? Who's with me? Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't had a day off in a while.
Let's add a George.
It's tough working on a Friday, huh, Klein?
What do you? Am I supposed to respond to that?
No, I mean, you didn't work last Friday, so it might be tough having a full 5-day week.
Ali, you took a week off to go hiking in the Grand Canyon.
I'm just teasing you. Are you really getting mad?
Klein?
I feel like I take very, very, very little time off.
Oh my God, I'm joking, dude.
I lost a friend. I had a friend. I had to go to a funeral this summer.
You could have worked that day.
And you started adding up days and being like, oh, Klein, another day?
Oh my God, I'm not adding up days.
In the 10 years we've worked on the radio, how many days have I ever taken off for myself?
Barely any, dude. Calm down. You would tease me too.
Hey, George, you ready to go to Vegas?
Hope so.
All right. How long you been listening to today's show?
Since around 5:30.
All right.
Did you hear Klein do this?
Oh, that's one of the questions, Omar. You don't give it away. That's one of the questions.
All right.
That's question number 3. So hopefully you have been listening to that.
Question number 4. When's Klein's next day off?
Maybe tomorrow, forever.
Oh my God, drama.
Here we go. Question number 1, George. We talked to a 5th grade teacher today who says that most of his kids do not actually perform in the physical fitness presidential test for a variety of excuses. What is one excuse he said he hears from kids as to why they cannot perform in the physical fitness test?
Oh, yeah, he says they get notes from their doctors that they have bone spurs, asthma, what else was it?
Let's find out. Let's find out if you're right. I think you've got enough right for question 1.
I've gotten everything. I've gotten shin splints. I've gotten asthma. I've gotten that he doesn't get enough protein, so he's not able to physically do the activity.
That is a correct answer. You've gotten question 1 correct, George, which means 2 more right, and you're going to Vegas to see Sublime. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Question number 2. Omar played a sound earlier this morning. It was the first sound I think he played on the show. He'll play it again for you right now. But what is the origin of this sound that Omar's been playing all show long? Oh yeah.
Your kids started doing it, and they realized that people get super uncomfortable when you make that noise and put a name in it.
I don't know why they've started doing it. I'll never know the answer. Omar believes it's because I accidentally showed them YouPorn one time instead of YouTube. That may be the reason, and that is correct. George, you have been listening to this entire show today.
Pornhub, right?
That's right. I love Pornhub. Thank you for bringing that up again. And finally, if you get this right, the game comes to an end. Allie got out of a play she was in. She didn't want to do the play by using what excuse?
Sorry, she got out of what?
A play.
Yes, I did a play. I did a lot of them.
You know what? That one, I don't think I heard.
Yeah,
that
tune out.
Allie did tell us during the Box of Shame that she made up a horrible car accident her dad was in to get out of the play.
Ring a bell?
I think I had to go to the bathroom during that one.
George, you were off to such a great start.
I can't believe people don't think they can take us to the bathroom with them.
I know. We sound better in the bathroom. We go to question 4 now, and if you screw these last 2 up, we're going to another contestant. Got to give away the trip. What animal did Johnny think is responsible for giving people malaria earlier?
What did he think? A bat.
For the win and the final trip to Sublime, congratulations. George, you've done it, my friend. That's it.
Thank you guys.
You win. You're going. Hold on 1 second. Thank you. Hang tight. That's all right. Johnny thought a bat was responsible for malaria and dang fever. All right. The weekend song is finally here. We'll get to that. We'll get into the weekend together. And the first takeaway is from 310 that says, Klein clearly takes a lot of days off. So it's already off to a good start. We'll wrap up the show, and we'll do it next on KROQ.
Hello there.
All right, takeaways. People say that they can see us fighting on the YouTube. We're not fighting. We're having a friendly conversation.
We are fighting.
We're having a disagreement. That happens. We know each other for a long time, and we have a lot of. We talk about most of our entire lives together every single day for 4 hours. And I felt like that was a cheap shot. I don't think I take any time off, hardly. I should take way more time off.
You don't take any time off, hardly, Klein, but you know what you do is you make jokes about everything to everybody. And then if I make a joke, you can't take it. So what? So then it's a cheap shot. You take a lot of cheap shots too, dude. We all do on this show.
I took jokes all show long.
What?
I took and I mentioned about taking a day off, and then I mentioned something about like late October, and you're like, oh, I don't know, that seems like you're taking a lot of time.
I
said I'll do the show. I said I'll do the show from the East Coast. I got to go back for a family thing.
I just said, are you planning on taking that week off because we would need to get approval? I'm not saying you shouldn't.
And I said no. I said I'll bring the microphones.
And I
with
said
me. Okay.
That's
not what happened. But it's a lot. It's a lot of eye rolling. It's just a lot. It's a lot of shade. You don't realize it. It's a lot of eye rolling. And I'm saying, no one's more supportive.
I think you're being a little sensitive, and I'm trying to. I was just trying to make a joke about you taking time off, which you would have made about me in that scenario as well.
Someone claims that Klein bought lady pants, so now he's getting his period, and that may be true. But I don't wear the lady pants anymore, so don't worry about it. 415. Klein's taking more time off than Nicole Alvarez. That's not true. All right, let's get into takeaways officially. We'll wrap up the show. So Friday, toward the end of the show, maybe probably if you're listening now, you missed it. This weekend is much needed, I think, right? Who's with me? Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't had a day off in a while.
Let's add a George.
It's tough working on a Friday, huh, Klein?
What do you... Am I supposed to respond to that?
No, I mean, you didn't work last Friday, so it might be tough having a full 5-day week.
I feel like I take very, very, very little time off.
Oh, my God, I'm joking.
Everyone said I had a big overreaction to a soft joke, and I will explain.
And I think now, in hindsight, you would agree.
In hindsight, I would agree that I was right. And I reacted appropriately.
What?
And I should have reacted stronger.
I think so, too.
And I thought about it all weekend.
Because there are certain places that you just don't go.
And
we all knew it was off limits, and I didn't listen.
This is a grown-ass adult right now, and I'm going to play this for you because they spent a lot of money trying to find a very specific Labubu.
I have spent thousands trying to get the Golden Boo-Boo roll. Like, this better be the Golden Boo-Boo. Otherwise, I'm crashing out. Like, you guys don't understand.
Did you see the video, Klein?
Oh, yeah.
You believe this is real?
I don't know. It looks real to me, dude. We'll officially get your tickets so you can go to Vegas for When We Were Young. It's a lineup that, I'll tell you, every time I look at it, I'm like, there's another band on it. There's so many bands. We'll get you to Vegas. Tickets to give you in about 5 minutes, and then again at 10 a.m. this morning during summer hours, plus every hour thereafter all day long here at KROQ. All you got to do is be caller 20-800-520-1067. Talked to a winner yesterday that said that they've tried to win things over the last 5 years. Have never gotten through. Not only got through, got to be caller 20, got to experience all them feels, and now we'll be going to Vegas. That could be you, and it will be coming up just after this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Is your grocery store scamming you? If your go-to grocery store is Walmart, the answer is probably. Grocery stores have been accused before of saying things are on sale when at the register they are not. But Walmart is now having to pay $5.6 million to the customers because they were overcharging people. And the way they would do it was they would sell things for less weight than what was shown on the label. For example, produce, baked goods. You would see those labels that are like, hey, here's a pound of strawberries. You think you're paying $7 for a pound of strawberries. When you get to the register, the actual weight is less than that.
It's the first Walmart store that's ever involved less weight.
I know, right?
So really,
underweight? Unbelievable.
Never see those two things together, ever.
I'm glad the scale's on that side of the register. But I don't know if you've ever done this, but even when I buy meat and stuff like that, sometimes I'll put it on my scale at home just to see, and it's usually not.
No, you do not.
Yeah, I do.
Who does that?
Wait a minute.
What?
Hold on. Whoa.
How many times do you do this?
Is this a box of shame?
I've done it before because I've been curious.
You will buy a piece of meat or some ground beef, and you'll say, I bought a pound of ground beef, but it doesn't feel like a pound to me. And you get home and you put it on a scale?
Look, I am already working with a scale usually when I'm in the kitchen. So if I have a bowl and I'm making like hamburgers and I put it in the bowl, I'm curious to see if it's actually a pound.
Has it ever not been a pound?
Yes.
Okay, and at that point, what is your course of action?
I go buy the rest. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you go back there and demand your extra ounce of beef?
No, I go, well, they're swindling us all, and then I keep making my burgers.
Or are you hoping that it's slightly over, and then you have that moment of like, aha.
Never slightly over.
Oh, really?
No, because it's either going to be the weight or it's going to be less than that.
How far off?
A couple ounces once.
You feel good about yourself as you're saying this out loud now, or is this one of those things you should have just thought?
Look, I think that it shows that all grocery stores pretty much are cutting corners. They're cutting ounces here. They're trimming things there. They're literally trimming the fat, and we're paying for it. I want to pay for the actual amount that says on the label.
Tell me if you think this is something I should have gotten involved in. I was buying a block of cheese the other day, and I spent a little bit of time looking. I don't just grab the first block. A lot of the blocks were like north of 10. I found one that was $8. I was like, all right, I'm going to go with this $8 block of cheese. I was cheddar something, whatever.
Fancy cheese.
Not a fancy
$10
cheese.
for a block of cheddar. That's a ripoff.
It was not a. That's not the point. The point is,
Were you at Erewhon?
I get to the front of it. I was not at Erewhon. Oh my!
That's your $10 sliver of cheese.
It was a sliver, and I get to the front. It wouldn't scan at the register with a regular person. So they said, "Oh, don't worry, we'll bring another block up." They go back. They send someone up. The guys bring now. They bring back a $14 block.
Then no, you don't pay for that.
And it's scanned. And I go, whoa! I had an $8 block here. Why can't I get that block? They go, something was wrong with the barcode. So I said,
I'm not paying for the. Wow, you were holding up the whole line with this?
I held up the line for a bit. I did hold up the line for a little bit.
That's something you think you should have just thought and not said?
Probably. Yeah. Both of us are terrible people.
All right, this is apparently big news, though I don't think anyone on the show really cares. A big announcement for anybody who has been waiting with bated breath for more Taylor Swift music. She appeared on the Kelsey podcast. It's all very cringe, in my opinion. This is Travis and Taylor sharing the news with Jason Kelsey on the New Heights podcast that she's got a new album coming out.
225.
Oh, hold on. That's a drug parrot.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought I heard the date of the release.
That's a new album right there.
That's unbelievable.
225.
The parrot was saying 2 for $25. That's how they caught the drug.
Okay.
The drug.
That's a different story?
That's a different story.
So I wanted to show you something.
Okay. What do we got?
We got
A briefcase.
Yep.
Mint green with TS on it.
Yep.
What's in it?
This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
TS12.
So it's her 12th album. It's going to be, there's like a countdown on her website of 12, 12, 12. And, you know, she's got this thing with numbers, so everyone's excited. But her last album was released a little more than a year ago. And if you're keeping track, she's had 6 album releases in the last 4 years. Now, granted, some of those were like the Taylor's version albums, but I think we do have a little sneak peek.
We potentially will get fired for playing this because this is like leaked stuff that's not been released yet. But if you really care, and I guess some people do, here.
Away from the crowds, I thought heaven can help me now. Nothing lasts forever.
So this is just a sampling of what some of the stuff.
That auto-tune really does wonders, huh?
Yeah, I don't think this has been. These are not the masters, or maybe they are. They haven't been fully remastered yet.
That's what people say. That's what people say. I go on too many dates, but I can make them stay.
Oh boy.
At least that's what people say. That's what people say.
Sounds like she's kind of doing stuff she already did. It sounds like I've heard stuff like that.
But I think it's like a different rhythm. Maybe she's like, covering her own music, but in a different
her rhythm is
because that is not great right now.
Right, no. She's trying to hit the Bad Bunny crowd.
There you
but
go.
I am cruising. Can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright.
Oh, that production value is really high this year.
Strong. Well, she's realized now she's so famous and she has so much money that she doesn't really have to put it.
Stripped.
Doesn't have to put it. Right. She wants to let everyone know she's human, just like the rest of us.
I think we should have Vanessa release all of Taylor's albums, Vanessa's version.
Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was in your size. You got me alone. You found me. You found me. You found me. Me.
It's funny because
Can I lose her again?
When you break, why did we find you? But when you take away the singer, the name, the production value, is it a good song?
Right. Well, clearly
that's when you notice that no, it's not. And I think we're just all, I don't know. For me, I love some of Taylor Swift's music, but like I'm done. It's just too oversaturated. At this point.
Are you allergic to awesomeness?
Yes, I think now I am. All right, let's move on back to food. We're all skipping lunch, apparently, especially when we're at work. They did a study. They determined that more than half of people are skipping lunch in order to work more or just push through so they can go home early. 55% forgo eating lunch regularly, and usually about twice a week is the average. And when people do eat a normal meal, they're usually going for a Sandy.
Yeah, sandwich is great.
Just a good sandwich.
Good sandwich. And I think
even a crappy sandwich.
Sandwich has had a nice resurgence lately because obviously it's something anyone can make, so you could bring your own. But, I mean, there's just so many places popping up now with these great sandwiches. The problem with sandwiches now is that a sandwich used to be like a nice, cheap, like, all right, I'm just going to go out. I got a $5 in my pocket. Good luck trying to find a sandwich. I feel like close to 20
I
now.
know.
I mean,
true.
some of them are, and that's even if you don't even make any modification. God forbid you try to add avocado to it. Forget it.
Well, and then some people, like 37% of people confess that they just eat a snack usually. They just kind of do granola bar, something light, just to get them through so that they can get to dinner. But you know who is definitely taking lunch? Any doctor's office.
They take that. They take lunches so seriously. It's the only place I know. God forbid you call 1 second after lunch starts. They'll be like, we'll call you back in 2 hours.
Yeah.
We're shutting down.
I know. And then they take a while to ramp up again, but they take that lunch down.
When I was waiting to get that colonoscopy thing, they said to me, we can't start. I hadn't eaten for well over 24 hours, but my insides were nothing. And then they go, you know what? We realize that if we start you now, it's going to cut into the lunch for the nurses. So we're just going to wait and start you till after lunch. So they actually started doing a pre-lunch buffer. They wouldn't even start because, God forbid, it cut into their lunch.
I don't want to take this person and then risk them not being done before
lunch. Then I got
lunch.
to sit there starving, hearing them talk about what they were going to get for lunch.
And they do that thing sometimes where like, all right, we're going to do a big order. Everyone tell me what your thing is. And everyone's looking at the menu back there. And you're like, God, I'm so jealous.
Let's get you to Vegas right now. And all you got to do is call us. 800-520-1067. Caller 20. When we were young in Vegas, tickets will be yours right now on KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Just after 9 o'clock. It is Tuesday. We are Klein Alley Show. KROQ. And if you need us, lots of ways to get involved. You can follow us on the Instagram, Klein Alley Show. You can DM us there. Slide in the DMs. We appreciate that. Streaming live on YouTube right now, KROQ's YouTube. You can see what it looks like here in the studio, what's going on behind the scenes. And also, you can check us out as we are live on KROQ right now and a podcast that will follow. That's pretty much this exact show, but stripped down and raw.
Yeah, people love it when we're raw. 714 had a follow-up question for me. Allie, when you are weighing your meat, are you including that gross maxi pad that sucks up all the blood at the bottom of the tray?
Yeah, that is a disgusting thing that they usually
Why
put
do
in with
they
the
even
meat.
have that?
I think it's so that
it's like a little diaper?
It keeps the meat fresh longer or something. I don't know what.
Meat diaper.
Yeah,
the meat diaper is so gross. You take it off and you're like, ugh.
Peel it away. It's just bloody and weird. It is a disgusting thing.
Hometown loser is the meat diaper.
Anyway, we got lots to get to this hour on the show. Old people secrets, help you live forever. Got some clickbait to get into as well. And does humanity stand a chance against the robots? Back to school. They believe that this is the year where AI will officially take over as far as people coming up with writing school projects, working on presentations, teachers going to AI for lesson plans. It's going to be a full AI year, and we will prove if humanity even stands a chance when we get into some man versus machine coming up later this hour. Right now, though, let's go ahead and say hi to caller 20, which puts us on Brandon.
Yo!
Brandon, you're going to Vegas.
Woo!
That's the proper... It's the proper celebration, I think.
Want to give us a double woo? One more woo.
I was waiting for a second woo. I didn't get it. There it is.
Yeah, baby.
That's right. Wasn't expecting that. Panic at the Disco, Blink-182, Weezer, The Offspring, tons more. It's all part of When We Were Young, and you are as good as in. Hold on 1 second. Another chance to win those tickets from us in less than an hour. And then every single hour thereafter, all day long here at KROQ, straight up through 5 p.m. until we fill Vegas with all of you, because I know you appreciate it. All right, Allie, in moments,
what do we got?
will help you live forever. A brand new old people secret. If you want to live till the ripe old age of 106, you're going to want to hear what this person has to share next on KROQ. Like to live forever. People spend billions of dollars every single year doing a bunch of crap so they can live longer, live a better life. But the reality is, just got to ask the old people, because once they become 100, 500, 600, 7, that ripe old KROQ age of 106.7 years old, which 818 says, that's my goal. I just want to live to 106.7, 106 years, 7 months, and my tombstone could be an advertisement to KROQ. That's beautiful.
You know, they did a new study and they determined that, quote, super agers, they all have like really good memories and social connections. And I was like, damn, why did I smoke so much weed?
You're done. Your memory's already shot.
It's terrible.
I would take a 100-year-old with dementia over Allie in a basic game of memory.
Of what's my life?
Right. Just who are you? I would take that person all day, every day. We're about to meet this guy in a moment.
The Steelers gone now. They used to have all those wild.
So that guy's going to give us an old people secret. Now, last week it was a different old person, and usually it's old ladies because they just live longer than guys. But in this particular case, we do have an old guy, 106-year-old guy that we're going to learn from. But this was the secret that we had last time around.
And of course, I couldn't live without peanut butter.
This person puts peanut butter on a horse eye is the best we could, that's the translation we came up with.
Horse eye with peanut butter.
And this is why we're not sure if the old people are sabotaging us, setting us up for failure by giving us stuff we could never possibly do, or are they trying to give us good intel so we can live long as well? Once again, if you hear anything else, I mean...
And of course, I couldn't live without peanut butter.
So he either ate the eyeball of a horse named Peanut Butter, or he's putting peanut butter on a horse eyeball and eating it.
Hey,
regardless.
back then you had to get protein in creative ways. You know, it's not like now where they put protein in everything.
Right. And that's got no corn syrup. That's straight up horse eye.
Yeah,
that's
just
got nothing.
Good
in
old organic horse eye.
It's time for a brand new old people secret. Here we go.
From chicken brain to drinking rain, not getting laid. They call me the barmaid.
They call me the barmaid.
That's right. Let's live forever with sweet dibbit.
Sweet dibbit.
Time for some old people secrets.
All right, let's meet this guy, and then we'll figure out what is the secret to being 106. Listen.
There was a big birthday yesterday at Youngstown's Heritage Manor Nursing Home. Dr. Milton Yarmy turned 106.
It's a great old person name.
Milton Yarmy. I feel like that's a name on The Simpsons.
I think that is a character from Springfield. Milton Yarmy. It's such a great. I hope Milton comes back. Hope it makes a nice, strong comeback.
Yeah, Milton's a solid
Good luck
name.
finding anyone under the age of 100 with the name Milton.
Today at 4 o'clock sharp, Dr. Milton Yarmy, who yesterday turned 106, was wheeled down the hall of Youngstown's Heritage Manor Nursing Home on his way to Temple.
My buddy!
He's a rollerblader like you, Vanessa. He's wheeling his way right down the hall. That's cool. You guys have that in common.
Milton Yarmy graduated from Rayen High School in 1929 and went on to practice family medicine for 53 years.
Oh, back then all you needed was a high school degree.
That was high school and a leech, and you could practice medicine.
Cool.
That's the coolest. And by the way, if you ever come across like a really old doctor still, they still use their like weird medieval tools.
Yeah, because that's how they learned, right? I mean, if you learn to drive in a certain kind of car, it's always going to make you feel more comfortable being in that type of car.
I think the is it OBGYN? Am I saying that right? OB that my wife went to when she was pregnant. This guy he was like at the time 85. He's still practicing. I think he's got to be north of 90 now. He had all these metal. I thought it was like a museum, like stuff on display. And he was like, I still use this stuff.
Yeah, but they like all those things have weird cranks on them and they squeak.
Yeah, oh yeah. And
I'm like, why do we still have to have things that squeak like this?
He's like, I can't use this tool in the rain, but it's a good one. I'm like, oh my God.
He was married to his wife Lillian for 73 years. She lived to be 100.
What do you do every day? I read. I read a lot.
Well, I'm dead early then. If that's the secret, I get it. I know they say it keeps your brain sharp, but I can't.
He didn't say read the Costco catalog. He reads real stuff, I bet.
I do read the Costco catalog. It's one of my few books I actually read cover to cover every week.
Right in front of him was the New York Times, which he reads every day.
Not me.
Dude, I bet he can do the crossword, too.
Oh, he probably loves that stuff.
I looked at a crossword and I could not. I went through all of them. I couldn't fill out one thing. Not even one.
You're busy weighing your meat. You've got your priorities straight.
I am busy.
You couldn't get one right in the entire crossword.
No.
Aren't some of them like 3 down or something? Aren't some of them super easy?
3 down. That's just a. There's always
no idea how a
there's always a 3 down.
Yeah,
are you talking about what the clue is?
Yeah, aren't there some that are like 3-letter words?
They're like gimmies.
Yeah, like gimme exactly to get you started.
No.
Like it's not a girl, it's a B-O, and you gotta like figure out the Y. You couldn't do that.
They're like President's wife Jackie blank, and I'm like, I don't know.
It's just
it's one letter.
Alex tries to write I don't know in each space.
And the latest Daniel Silva novel. We talked politics. I asked him about President Donald Trump.
I don't like him.
Why? Well, that was pretty clear. You got that out. The only first thing I understood he said.
I think he's paranoid. The steel is gone now. He used to have all those wild mills around, and they're all gone.
Oh. Is he talking about more mill houses?
I think he said steel. I think he's upset that all the steel is gone.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Yarmy does not hear well, but said he has no major aches and pains. I sat with him and asked for advice on longevity.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Lock your bets. Lock in your bets. He's about to tell us why he's lived to 106. He was a doctor. He reads a lot. It's got to have to do with reading, I would imagine.
No, I think he's going to say something about hard work because this guy went to high school, went straight into medicine, practiced for 50-something years, and they don't make them like that anymore. And a lot of old people, especially old men, like to, I lived through the war and I worked my ass off to make, a living, and these kids are too soft.
Hard work is what Allie says. Omar, any guesses?
Yeah.
This guy's he's 106. He knows a thing or two.
I'm going to go with something that's related to reading, I believe. But I think he's going to say something like, you have to keep your brain active, so do Sudoku. You know those bogus Sudoku puzzles a day?
See, those I like.
Yeah.
You know how to do, Allie can figure those out.
Because it's just put these numbers together.
Allie's writing words in her Sudoku puzzle. She's very confused.
Jackie O.
Wrong again, idiot. Jake, what's this guy's secret?
It's a good diet and a healthy lifestyle.
Good diet, healthy lifestyle. I've heard that before, though. We've never heard the same old people's secret twice.
Yep.
Vanessa?
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Okay.
He's a doctor. He wants you to go.
He wants a different doctor.
Oh, okay.
He wants to do You would still have to talk as him.
That's an offensive phrase. But you're a doctor. You would never say the apple a day thing. That's like offensive. All right, here we go. Let's find out what he says.
Don't work too hard. It's better now these days. They don't expect so much of you.
Interesting.
What was it? Hold on. He said what now? Don't work too hard?
I actually think he said the opposite of what I said.
Oh, yeah. Al, you mushed his secret. He said don't work too hard.
Don't work too hard. It's better now these days. They don't expect so much of you.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but those lungs sound like they're filled with fluid.
An antibiotic.
Interesting.
This guy,
from a man.
What's that, Omar?
I was just going to say this guy is probably working hard, everything, and he like noticed, like, when it was his 50s, that he missed so much in his 20s and 30s, all the fun stuff.
Just working.
He was just working, yeah.
Constantly working, and you get all the fun stuff.
Interesting from a man who did not retire until 78 and admits to having been a workaholic.
Omar,
my
you
God.
got it. You hear that voice?
Yeah, so I worked all the time. My family suffers really from it because I worked so hard.
I asked him if he thought he'd make it to 110. He said he didn't know.
All right, what a beautiful update to the end of the story.
Good thing to include at the end of that. And he said, I don't know, I'm done talking to you, you idiot.
That's been old people's secret. Hopefully you two can live forever. Why does Vanessa do an impression of Gilbert Godfrey when she's doing her old people's secrets? That's a great point, text line. Really appreciate that. Quick break, back in a second, and when we return, the show will continue after this.
Every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hit the jackpot and score a pair of tickets to When We Were Young. October 18th or 19th, Las Vegas Festival Grounds. Over 50 bands including.
Right, I want to go to there.
Let's go. Blink 182. The return of Panic at the Disco. Weezer. Avril Lavigne. The Offspring. All-Time Low. The Used. Bad Religion. Yellow Card. Simple Plan. Taking Back Sunday and more. I just want to break you down so badly. If I could find you now. Welcome to the new dark ages. You'll feel like a man. Keep listening to Win Your Way In. Courtesy of Vibe Nation.
Hey, this is Brendan from Panic at the Disco.
Hello, this is Rivers from Weezer.
We are Blink 182. Win your way in all this week
on the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ.
I can't believe I'm saying it. It's already back. You want to be a winner to start your big holiday weekend? Call us now, 800-520-1067. Got the final round of Gunshot Firework, as we will take a listen together and figure out. It's a game that we all play in Southern California. Sometimes we play it year-round, but especially this week, man. This is the one week where I think we say to ourselves, well, maybe.
What was that boom?
Maybe that was a firework. Usually I think we think gunshot, duck cover, etc. But we'll give you a chance to play and win. Up for grabs, tickets for you to go to A Quiet Place Day 1 in theaters today. And we'll get you in, and all you got to do is be on the phones now at 800-520-1067 for the final and the hardest one yet. Yesterday, what was the gun, Jake, yesterday? It was a...
I think that was a Remington 22.
Right, that was a gun. That's
Semi-automatic.
that's Allie. What gun is that, Jake? Let me hear that one again, Omar. What gun is that?
That's a pea shooter.
That's right. Good stuff right there.
I do love pee.
She sure does. It's a pee in the pool shooter is what that is right there. Let's get to it. It's time for Gunshot or Firework. Hit it.
When you live in LA, you hear nightly. Not that. That's just Ali. Just Ali. Here I can rock. Talking about the sound that happens on your block. Firework or Gunshot.
All right, let's say hi to 626. Get you in on the game right now. This is exciting because you get a chance to not only win yourself some tickets, but also bragging rights. And whenever neighbors come running and say, what was that? What was that? You say, I know, because I played the game on KROQ. Daniel, you ready for this?
Yes, we did, guys.
Sweet dibs. Listen closely. You only get it once. Need an answer quickly. Everyone can play along, and here it is.
That was firework.
Confident.
With confidence. See, sometimes it's how quickly they come. Other times you wait for something. He says fireworks on that one. With confidence. You know the difference, huh?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Whoa, nice.
You got it.
I was wondering if, you know how Jake can identify the gun, can Omar identify the firework?
Omar, you know what type of firework that was on sound alone?
You know, that sounds like the Big Eagle 2000.
Wow.
If I think,
so close, dude.
That's a Black Cat 247.
Jake, that is...
Ace!
That was called...
Useless information.
That was actually called Wild Screaming Rooster, if you guys really care.
Okay.
I do have the names.
Wow.
If you
really do?
Oh, yeah, that's wild. Because here's the truth.
It does sound like that.
Let's play a game. Is this Klein or a firework? Let's go ahead and see.
Between your rooster screams and my pop-pops.
Yeah, Omar, what would the 4th of July sound like if you're really on a budget and you're really trying to play? There you go. Get you ready for the holidays.
That's a free one for you.
Daniel, hang tight, buddy, and hold on, and thanks for listening, and thanks for playing, and enjoy yourself some tickets to A Quiet Place Day 1 in theaters now, all right?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You know,
Hold
we
on
were
one
talking to, we were all talking about where we were going to be on the 4th, and Jake said he was over fireworks. Was that you, Jake?
Yeah. I haven't been into fireworks for quite a while now.
Do you feel like when you reach a certain age, you just kind of like every firework looks the same to you? Or is every single one awesome?
Here's the thing I've noticed. I like a couple of things I realized that I have not grown at all from when I was 5 years old. For instance, if I hear an ice cream truck, even as an adult now, I think I hear it, and then I take a second to confirm that I'm hearing it, and then if I see it, I will yell, even if it's just me and no one's around, ice cream truck, like that. Like I'm like, and then I go, what the hell are you doing? You're an adult. You can go to the store and buy all the ice cream you want.
Yeah.
With fireworks, when I not so much hear them, but when I feel like I do see anything out of the corner, like unexpectedly, or I'll see something, at Universal Studios I'm driving by, or maybe sometimes like by the Hollywood Bowl they got fireworks, and I'll catch one. I have a second of like, oh, so cool, fire, and then I realize I also don't really care.
Yeah.
But I do get very excited in the second I see them.
You also do feel that way about the Goodyear blimp.
Oh my God, I sure do. That is so
I've been with
true.
you when you've seen it, and you're like, there it is.
I've
It's
almost-
a Goodyear
Oh
blimp,
my
and I'm
God,
like,
really?
okay.
The Goodyear blimp?
Who cares?
I have almost crashed my car when driving
And
by.
then he sends me videos.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't care about this blimp.
There are three things. I get strangely excited
things.
when I see the blimp, and then I also don't care, but I just get excited when I see it. I'm like, that's the blimp!
No, that carries over to me because I saw it like parked in its hangar one day, and I was like, Katie, it's the blimp. And
Yeah.
she was like, okay.
Yeah, I know.
was like,
You dumbass.
I was like, what have I done?
Yeah. That is those three things. I get excited, but the excitement lasts for seconds.
Yeah.
And as you know, the watching of the fireworks. The problem with it in general is, and I know Omar loves parades and probably loves fireworks and this and that, is that you always get some a-hole who stands next to you that constantly predicts that this is the finale.
The end. Yes.
Okay.
Here comes the finale.
Here, guys, I'm pretty sure.
This must be the finale.
Yeah, and then
I think this is the finale.
and you go like, okay, oh, here it is. Hey, this is the hey, look. And by the way, finale looks just like the other part of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not the finale. It keeps going for a while. You go, I think that's it. No.
I think
Okay,
at this point
that
it's
was
a
it.
joke to them. They're like, let's make everyone think it's the finale now.
Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, guys, this is the finale.
And then
You see that?
sometimes they talk about it, and then they go, well, that was kind of a short show.
Yeah,
If
it's
this
like-
is the finale.
yeah,
But that
whatever.
was only 25 minutes.
We take ourselves a quick break. We're back in a moment. When we return, Friday Flex. You got anything worth bragging about? Now's your chance. Doesn't matter how insignificant it may seem. Quite a few people leaving their Friday Flexes on the GOAT line. We'll also open up these phones at 800-520-1067. If you want to get in on this, Friday Flex time, and we'll do it next.
Klein Alley Show.
818 wanted to let us know that blimps are actually a very rare sight to see, and there's only about 25 in the world, and half of them are not being used. So Klein is right to be excited about seeing blimps. Wouldn't Klein be bored at seeing blimps after sitting across from Allie all day, every day? Oh, that is just mean. How dare you? It's Friday Flex time here at KROQ, 800-520-1067. Anything halfway decent that happened to you this week, it's an opportunity to brag about it. And I will say that this is not going to sound like a flex.
Don't all of ours start with that?
Yes, but I just want you all to know, and especially, I know you will not be impressed by this, but this is more of a flex against my wife. I went to the beach last weekend, and I had a ton of food that I had brought with me, and I left it all in my car. And it was at the beach all day, and it was hot.
I ate it.
Jake had half of my sandwich. I ate some things. My wife said, throw it all out. You're going to get sick. toss it all out. She said, last time at the beach you had a sandwich, you sneezed, and the sandwich got lodged in your nose, and you were sneezing out parts of the sandwich all day. She said, you do not have a good track record
I remember that.
Eating at the beach. I ate other than the half sandwich I gave Jake, I ate every little thing that I had brought, and I am now feel like I don't want to mush it, but I do feel like I've now passed the point where I would have gotten violently ill.
Oh, good.
So,
look at you. You didn't get food poisoning.
I didn't get food poisoning,
or
even
E.
though
coli.
I was incredibly irresponsible with things.
You ate risky food and lived.
Very,
That's great.
very risky food. And I think we've all done that before. You get leftovers, you forget them in the car, you see them there, I really don't want to throw these out. That was good or that was expensive or whatever. And you go, but do I want to get sick? And the way I looked at it was, if I do get violently ill, I'll probably lose a few pounds. I could use that. It's better than Ozempic. And
is that better than Ozempic?
Well, I don't know if it's better than Ozempic, but it's definitely more available to me than Ozempic.
Nature's Ozempic.
It's
cheaper.
The original Ozempic. It's OG Zempic is what it is.
Yeah.
And I thought, if I get sick, great. But I didn't get sick. So I feel like not only did I not get sick, which is a win, I get to tell my wife, you were wrong, and I was right, and I will continue to eat food that was left in my car overnight.
And the reverse flex for us is that we had to hear all week you going, oh, I think I might be sick. No, I don't think I'm okay.
A couple of times.
No, I think I might be getting a stomachache. I think I'm okay.
There were a couple of touch and go moments where I did think, is this about to come out of me? And it didn't. Stayed in. So good job, body. That's a flex.
You spent few long stints in the bathroom, but other than that, I think it was a pretty good win.
This
Congrats.
is the flex. Perry on KROQ, Friday Flex Time. What do you got for us?
Hi, so I'm a swim instructor at a pool, and right before work, we got a text message saying,
KROQ Klein Alley Show. After school time is officially here, and perhaps, just perhaps, kids that didn't used to have to know how to run a mile or do push-ups now have to do that because the presidential physical fitness test is back. We will attempt later this week to accomplish goals that should be very easily accomplished by children. And yet, I think all of us are having a real problem with the thing that we have to do. We randomly selected last week what we will have to accomplish from this physical fitness test and at what age level we have to perform at.
Yeah, because the age requirement or the things that you have to do are based on age and gender. So, for example, a 6-year-old boy should be able to do 33 sit-ups, do a 10-minute mile, and do 2 pull-ups. And then there's the sit and reach, which is the one I have to do, which is basically a test in flexibility.
This was some sound of Allie practicing her sit and reach yesterday. And I don't know if Jake was helping you, but this sounded like you guys were having sex with each other. Listen to that.
No, there's mine. No. I did it.
Now, I don't know if what you did, I don't even know what you accomplished. The sit and reach seems like you got the easiest thing because all you're doing is sitting. It is the easiest one. I mean, that's not even physical fit. I have to run an effing mile.
Jake, you saw me do it. Did I not do it?
No, you didn't do it. You cheated.
Well, how did I cheat?
You're supposed to hold it, and you just go, you lunge, and then you go right back. You have to hold it for like 3 seconds.
Well, you have to sit your legs out in a V, and it was like your legs have to be 12 inches apart or whatever.
This
and
just
then
sounds like lesbian sex, what you're describing. This
I mean, if there was a scissor test, I'd be able to do that at any age.
So, well, let's pull that clip.
No. But then you have to put your little hands out, reach past your feet, and I was able to hit that 8-inch mark. So I think I'm good.
Like a split second, you have to hold it.
Jake's claiming it's a 3-second hold, or a minimum 3-second hold.
That's ridiculous. I've never had to do a 3-second hold when I did this when I was in 2nd grade.
No, there's mine. No. I did it.
Now she's so proud of herself.
I did it.
At what level are you supposed to do this at? Which grade level?
Mine is a 12-year-old.
So you have to do it like a 12-year-old, which apparently Jake claims is a 3-second hold where you have to reach 9 inches past your legs or something.
Well, technically mine is 7 inches, and I did 8 yesterday, so gaboom.
And you haven't practiced at all because yours is just easy.
No, but I did hot yoga the other day to get me limber legs.
Jake has to do a certain amount of pull-ups, and I forget what it landed on.
He had to do 11 pull-ups, so he also has a 12-year-old.
He has to
no way
perform.
12-year-olds doing 11 pull-ups.
Well, Jake attempted to do 1 pull-up yesterday, and I thought Jake had a chance. I mean, this guy was a D1 collegiate athlete at one point, and listen to this.
All right, I haven't done a pull-up in years. I don't even know if I could do one,
But we're going to try one right now. I think I have to do 10 or 12 or something.
Did you take the dog off, Jake, when you did the pull-up, or were you wearing Kibby, too? Because that's extra weight. Like you see those people in the gym that really like to show off, so they tie the weights around their necks to make it
Or
even...
they have like weighted vests now.
Right. It's not enough to just be at the gym and work out. They need to add all this additional weight as well. It's a real look-at-me move. Did you do that with Kibby or no?
No, showing off never works for me. So.
Right. So
you know, you could burn more calories, actually have extra weight.
Yeah, you could, that's right. You could actually just put on some weight.
Be fatter.
Yeah,
and
you've lost too much
you'll
weight.
lose, yeah.
I would argue it's easy for you to do the pull-ups now more than ever before. You lost like 50 pounds, dude.
You got nothing to pull up.
So really, think about this. If we had been doing this physical fitness test, 6 months ago, you'd have to pull 200 pounds off the ground. Now you'll have to pull 150 off.
Yep.
Not bad.
So we're going to see if I can even do one. Oh, okay, I can do one.
That was Jake doing one pull-up, and then Vanessa tried to push him to do one more.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 10.
Can you do 5? Can you do 2?
I can do 2, but yikes, that hurts already.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to do 10.
So that was Jake
Are
giving...
you supposed to put your chin over the bar when you do a pull-up?
This one is just like handles in the workout room downstairs. So there's no
chin bar.
There's no bar.
Oh, got it. But do you know if the presidential one?
Yes.
I think you do.
Chin above the bar. Yeah, and what Jake did is he didn't even really pull his head up to the handles.
Yeah, I did.
Did Vanessa have to grab your legs and push them up?
No, that would be nice.
Guys, when are we actually having to perform these tasks?
I thought we were
for
supposed
real?
to do it on Thursday.
Thursday? We have, what's today?
Well, we
Oh,
haven't.
my God,
we haven't
that's-
really trained much, but yesterday was the first training day, so we have 48 hours. We're good.
I'm starting by doing girl push-ups first.
This is now Vanessa attempting to do her push-ups. Now, Vanessa has to do push-ups at the level of what? She's at a third grader or something?
Newborn.
A newborn level of push-ups.
No, she has to do a lot, actually. A 17-year-old, so 25 push-ups.
So she actually has to go older than she actually is. So she has to go to do that many
She has
push-ups.
to add a 1 to her age.
She was attempting to do girl push-ups, which I don't like that term because I think it's sexist, but Vanessa claims that's when you stop in the middle of doing push-ups, right? To
No,
go
it's when
shopping.
you do it from your knees.
Oh,
Just
is
to
that
stop
why?
in the middle to go shopping? Was that your joke?
I don't know what she said. She said she's doing girl push-ups. I never heard of this before.
Yes,
I'm
you
starting
have.
by doing girl push-ups first. I gotta get these puppies going. Okay.
Are those hard for you?
Yeah.
And these are girl push-ups where you're just on your knees.
You're on your knees,
You're not
yeah.
even pushing anything.
You're pushing up, yeah.
Your
you're
upper
still-
body a little bit.
Yeah, but for women it is harder because you have more to push up. We've got our jugs.
Now I'm gonna do a real push-up. I'm wearing the wrong shoes. No, I can't.
How many number? What was that up to? Were you 20 there? What were you at?
0.
No,
She got down once.
Yeah, but Vanessa, it's funny that you were blaming your shoes because I don't think your shoes would have made any difference. But you did do, I think, 5 girl push-ups or push-ups on your knees to prepare for 1 regular push-up. And you were able to do 5 girl ones, but not 1 regular one.
Yep.
This is-
Guess what? This is getting to my head. I had a dream that I did the push-ups like regular, and I thought it was that I did it. I was like, oh, okay, I did it, but it was all a dream.
Oh,
It was
I think
fake.
that counts, guys.
No, I don't think that.
She
Fine.
manifested it.
I dreamt I ran a mile, so I'm done with that too.
I want to give up. I'm done.
All right, well, that's the positivity you're looking for. I did attempt to run. My toe is still broken, but I did run yesterday.
Your toe cannot still be broken.
I ran a half a mile. I have to run the mile in under 8 minutes and 48 seconds, correct?
Yep, 8:48. That's your time, and that's an 8-year-old's.
Okay, that was my time.
Challenge.
Just so you know, that was my time yesterday for a half a mile.
Did you run outside or on a treadmill?
Outside. And my half
Well,
a
it was hot as hell out.
Yeah, but I did it 2 different times yesterday. I ran 2 different half miles yesterday. My best time was just under 9.
Are you trying to do it with your dog or something?
One time I had my dog, and one time I went just
He's
all
probably
natural.
like, whoa, what is this running thing?
I actually went faster with the dog, to be honest, because he started pulling and chasing squirrels.
Cool.
That was what I need. I have to do this on a treadmill, and I looked at what
Yeah,
that...
but treadmill, I think, is easier.
No, it's not. I looked at what speed the treadmill has to be at for me to accomplish in under 8:48.
Yeah.
I, in my head, thought, all right, if I do 5 on a treadmill, that should be about right.
Oh, no.
It
That's
is-
like a 12-minute mile.
It is. I have to be closer to 8. It's like 7.9 on the treadmill, which is like kind of it's like a legitimate like not a sprint, but it's a fast run.
It's crazy too because when I go to the gym and I see people that are like in shape, it seems like they're running slow to me, and then I look at the treadmill and they're at like 8 miles an hour.
I know.
And I'm like, well, and for me, I feel like I am sprinting.
So I'm telling you right now, like I can practice all day, but I'm not. I'm just going to wake up that morning and carb load.
So then what are we doing here, guys?
I'm going to wake up and eat pasta that morning, and then I'm just going to try to do my mile.
You're going to feel so heavy and crappy.
Well, I see those people before the marathons, and they're always carb loading.
Well, yeah, they're professionals that can burn off the carbs pretty easily. I think your body just absorbs it.
My plan is to wake up Thursday, eat spaghetti, and then try to do this. But I'm telling you right now,
I can't wait.
If I break, let me ask you a question: do I have to run the full mile, or do I just, when time runs out, I'm done?
Your question is, do you have to run the mile? Yes, we all have to try and do the thing.
I understand, but once I get to the 8-minute 48-second mark, do we just stop it? If I didn't do it, I failed?
You don't want to know how it ends? You don't want to see what your actual time would be?
I don't think anyone is going to be able to do their thing. Jake's not doing 10 pull-ups. He couldn't even do 2 yesterday. Vanessa couldn't do 1 push-up.
What about
Allie.
Omar?
I can't do it.
Did you practice, Omar?
I'm going to have to take myself out of the competition because currently the insides of my stomach are melting.
Omar's having all sorts of digestional problems where he had to actually go to the ER. So he's taking a medical leave after, which is exactly what that PE teacher said that all the kids are doing. They're taking
They're
medical
all getting
notes.
doctor's notes.
And I do have a doctor's note about my toe, which I may put into play here.
You don't have a doctor's note about your toe.
I could get one.
You have a doctor's note saying, get over it, pussy.
Yeah, that's right. And I will give you that note. So that's Thursday. We will see if any of us can actually live up to the expectations of the president for the presidential fitness test.
He has high expectations physically, as we all know.
Hey, listen, that is the epitome of good-looking health right there.
Ugh.
Come back, solve the internet's biggest riddles. Clickbait is next on KROQ. What is the most attractive hobby a man can have, according to women? That is one of the many things you would probably see when surfing the World Wide Web and going, I got to figure out the answer here. I need this information. But clickbait is crazy because they get you clicking around, and sometimes you don't even find the answer you're looking for because they know the way the human brain works. We cut right through it. We get right to the answers. It's time for clickbait. Here we go. All right, start with this one.
Bake.
How many friends do you actually need? Research has been done to determine how many friends you actually need in life to be happy and feel like you have friends. There's been a big discussion lately over the fact that people, as they grow up, they slowly lose friends, and then you get to a point in your life where you go, and I think it was guys somewhere, I think it was like guys in their 30s and 40s that officially were like having a friend shortage because they just didn't keep up the same way that women do. And women, on the other hand, were also feeling like they lost touch with some of their old, friends they used to have growing up. And now there's a new number, and this is how many friends everyone should have if you want to be.
Are we talking close friends or just casual friends? Because there's way different levels of friends.
I agree, and this the official terminology is close friends. So these are people that you can actually
rely on. At a moment's notice, they're going to drop whatever they're doing if you're in a bind, and they're there for you.
They've seen you're ugly, and they accept you for who you are.
They're close friends that know the skeletons, they know all the stuff. So how many close friends do you need? Research has an answer.
So I think it's 3. I don't think you need more than 3, especially close friends. I think you got to have 3 just in case. I think you need 2 good ones, but you need 1 bonus just in case one of the other ones doesn't work out, like an understudy.
So 2 close, and 1 that's kind of
like a buffer friend,
on the outer circle.
Yeah, like if something doesn't work out with the first 2, at least you got the other.
Allie says you got to have 3 close friends. Jake,
are you including your partner?
No. Friends. Now, partner does not count. Anyone who says my partner is my best friend, find a new partner. I mean, that's crazy talk, right? Who's with me?
My wife's my best friend.
Yeah, Allie, come on. You can't say that kind of crap and mean it. Who you got to talk?
I do mean it.
You got to talk crap about your wife. Who you talk crap about your wife with? If she's your best friend, you got to talk crap about her to her?
Yeah, she talks crap about you.
You guys, no one's talking crap about each other.
That's the whole reason you get married, talk crap.
No, we talk crap to the therapist. That's my other best friend.
It doesn't count. You're paying them. Jake?
3 amigos, 3 musketeers. Comes to 3, so 2 best friends. 2, and you're one of them.
So you're,
2 additionals. 3 is the sweet spot. You're one of the 3.
Could have just said that. You didn't need the weird analogy.
I need all those not topical references.
3
Got
musketeers.
it. Okay.
3 blind mice.
All right.
3s, dude.
Thanks, Jake. Any others?
Stooges or
3 Stooges.
There you go. Good. Trinity? Holy Trinity? Want to go with that?
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
All right, Omar, you got an answer?
We're best buds.
That's why, by the way, that's why Jake has no friends, because it's stuff like that right there.
He's got a couple.
He's got the plate suit. That's his friend. Jake, how many close friends do you think you have? Like close friends?
I have, like 4.
Omar, what's your guess?
Yeah. I'm going to guess 5. I'm just going to go above whatever you guys guessed, yeah.
I thought 1. I really thought the answer to this would be 1. The
One's
idea
not enough.
Everyone just needs 1 close friend. If you have 1 close friend, that's pretty much, I would think, all you need to, as long as you got 1 person you can reach out to.
Yeah, but if he's just 1 person, it's just like your partner. Like, you get sick of them.
Yeah,
Turns out
you're putting your S on them all the time.
Yeah, you're putting
it gets a little old.
all your annoying eggs in that basket.
Well, one of you is right, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but on average, people that have high well-being, that means that they are they no mental health issues, or at least minimal. They're happy. They score well on all the tests that shows that they are living a good life. Have 5 people that they can rely on with all of those issues, all of the deep dark secrets. 5 very close people. That's 5 people that could pick you up at the airport if you really needed it. That's crazy.
That just sounds like 1 really annoying group chat.
That seems like a high number. I find that to not be right, but of course the research says that's right. 5 close friends. I would think you have like 1 or 2 close, and then you have the outer
1 or 2
circle,
buffer.
Buffer, and then every circle gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
but
I wonder how often you're talking to all 5 of those people.
Moving on. If you're a man, this is the hobby you should have immediately if you want women to find you attractive. Now, I think we found out that the hobby that makes men the least attractive was, I think, playing video games. I think we learned that in a previous
I think it was also
clickbait.
the weird cards stuff that Jake's doing.
Oh, yeah, all that Jake's things.
And collecting weird
Magic
things.
the Gathering and stuff. But according to this new study, this is the most attractive hobby that a man can have according to women. Women find this hobby super hot. What is it? Allie, you're a woman.
Barely. I'm going to say it's music, having like a real passion for music, going to see shows, recommending albums, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I think it's a sexy
not playing
hobby.
an instrument, just being into it.
I think, just being really into music.
That's like Jake.
It's me.
Not the guy that pulls out
Not
the guitar
him.
at the...
Sorry, being into good music.
Check out this poster I got.
All right, being into good music.
Not check out this weird poster music.
All right, Omar, what do you think? This is, according to women now, this is something that guys, a hobby. It's a hobby. It's got to fit in the hobby category. Guys do, women find hot.
I think it's going to be cooking. Because, a lot of men don't cook, and they're going to be like, hey, if a man can make me a great meal, I'm totally into that.
Right.
Yeah, look at Vanessa. She fell head over heels for that chef.
Empty balls, full stomach, right, Allie?
That's
right. What they say, the ladies.
What?
You know it. You agreed. That's Allie's quote. Put her on it.
Put her on it.
Jake?
Collecting fancy rocks and crystals. Every one of those rock and crystal shops is full of chicks.
and
then one guy who's alone.
And you think they're going off.
That's why I go there.
Right. That's why you're into collecting rocks?
And crystals.
Oh, man.
What about yoga? That's hot.
Well, you could have said it, but you didn't. There's a couple things on the list that women find attractive, like men who can speak multiple languages and learning instruments and cooking. But the number one thing that was almost 100% of women found this attractive, 98.2% of women found this to be an attractive hobby that men have, is men who read.
Oh, damn.
So
you're out of the count.
I am SOL.
Comic books, let's
unless the Costco catalog counts.
It depends on what they're reading, because sometimes I think men reading...
Mein Kampf.
Oh.
It's performative. I've seen that online.
Yes, I think it's kind of douchey.
Yeah, it's the guys that go to coffee shops and drink matcha and read some women health feminist book, and it's like all performative.
What would that book be called, Johnny?
I don't know. I don't read them, but it's like something feminist.
Right, I got
something that says something feminist on the front.
We should put Johnny in a coffee
Healing
shop
crystals.
with that exact book and see how he is.
Or it's like really dense stuff.
So reading. I think that's one of those things, like when people say they like hiking or they like the outdoors or they're a foodie, they just say it because they think it's like a buzzy thing.
Yeah, I think that seeing someone read is hotter than actually them reading and telling you about their book. That's
like, hot to see someone read?
I think watching somebody read is hotter than like the actual reading.
What about watching someone wait for the book to become a movie? Is that hot?
That's hot.
Okay, that's my thing.
Klein Alley Show. The world famous Klein Alley Show. KROQ. KROQ.
Annoynimously and Koala and Mama. These are all people that Jake has introduced us to when he goes to the pawn shop near the neighborhood he used to live in. Doesn't live there anymore, so he has not been to the pawn shop in a while. We thought it'd be a great opportunity to get him back to the pawn shop to sell all his fat guy stuff he doesn't need anymore. So he went in there, Allie, with like picnic blankets and spoons he used to eat ice cream
basket?
with. He went in there with a bunch of fat guy things. I had to try to unload them. I think his big fat pants he couldn't wear anymore.
Look, as somebody who has lost weight before, it is a nice freeing feeling to get rid of clothes that are no longer fit you, and you're like, this part of my life is over.
But pawn shop,
it's a victory.
Pawn shop not probably the place to go. And as you know, this is
Goodwill would be where you go.
This woman, the people at the pawn shop, you don't want to rub them the wrong way because they have a temper. And this was like last time he went there, he walked into the middle of a negotiation that was going south real quick.
No, we don't buy hose without the compressor.
It's too much money. I don't want to buy it.
So, I mean, people are constantly they're yelling at each other about prices.
Get out of here with your compressor.
Fake and this is that. And so I'm very excited that Jake returned to the pawn shop. Ladies and gentlemen, we call this Jake Goes to the Pawn Shop.
You know what makes it feel even better?
Hold on a second. That's not right.
We call this...
hold on. I was uploading something else.
Oh, Allie, what a fail. We were ready to go.
I know. I was busy. I was doing something.
Fine.
The guy is very weird.
Jake sells the stuff at the pawn shop. Jake says the value is tip top. Jake says, hey, what are you gonna buy? All they say is,
what's up with this guy?
Jake sells the stuff at the pawn shop.
All right, Jake's back at the pawn shop, and this time he's got his box of fat pants, and there's always that loud music playing when he walks in. Place your bets.
Hey there. How you doing?
Long time, huh?
And do you recognize me?
Yes, of course.
Because I lost a lot of weight.
So he's hoping that they wouldn't recognize him because he lost a lot of weight.
It's not the same person.
Right, but it's still the weird Jake.
I know who you are.
He probably had that dog on him and everything, so.
Yes, of course.
Because I lost a lot of weight.
What happened?
What happened? You dying?
What happened? No congratulations, just
I got on the Ozempic.
were not fat.
Oh, well, thank you.
What'd she say, Jay?
She says you are not fat.
Oh, okay, you were not fat to begin with. Well, you were at your all-time high weight, so thanks to Lasara, you started losing that weight real quick.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
now this guy,
He's mentally preparing himself.
this guy is always so disappointed when Jake shows up because he knows he has nothing of value ever. Only to this point.
562 asked, has Jake ever successfully sold anything at the pawn shop? He did sell one, but it was not his item; it was your item.
Right, it was a collector. It was a collector Pez dispenser that he was able to sell, and I think
From
he only
the
got
office,
$5 for it.
I got on the Ozempic.
You were not fat.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay.
This guy sounds so
He's so
mad
over it.
already.
So I brought a bunch of my old fat stuff I don't need anymore.
What? What happened to you? Where did you go?
Oh, I moved. I moved to a different part of the city.
That's why you haven't stopped by
Yeah.
that often. Okay.
Yeah. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
That is the best response I have ever heard to that question. It was like a mix of laughter, shame. It was like every emotion all in one.
In her head, it's just going, don't say no, don't say this.
Yeah.
She literally didn't miss him at all. But
Did you miss me?
Yeah. Always.
I think she threw up a little bit in her mouth, too.
so what a beautiful reunion between Jake and the people at the pawn shop.
Always. Okay. All right. Well, I got some of my old fat stuff I don't need anymore.
No, we're not getting close. No.
No clothes.
No clothes.
She already shuts Jake down. He's just starting to unload all of his treasures. He brought a lot of stuff with him. The reason we originally sent Jake to the pawn shop is because he's got all these dumb things in his nerd hole, like rocks and...
Well, he's got some good concert posters from many years ago
Right,
that are all
comic
good
books.
quality. And when he needs money, because he doesn't make a lot,
Right.
he will sell things that he's collected over the years, like comic books and things
But he
like
also
that.
tries to convince us that all the stuff in there is valuable, and we say there is no value to your little stuffed octopus in there has no value
Well, I think
in
he
the real world.
determined that the one most valuable comic he has is not even worth that much.
No. It's really sad. So anyway, that's why we first sent him to the pawn shop. Now he's back. He's trying to sell all the fat guy stuff he no longer can fit into, and she shuts him down right out of the gate when he pulls out his giant pants.
No clothes.
No clothes. No.
My fat pants.
Nope.
These are really good, high quality jeans that I ripped because I was so fat. You're not interested in these? Extra, extra, extra large. No?
We don't take clothes.
Okay.
Give me something good.
What about this?
Give me something good. No, he's the wrong guy for that. He's
These
on
are high quality pants that I ripped because I was so fat. What a great sell.
No wonder she missed you as much as she did. Here's the next item Jake tries to sell at the pawn shop.
Mickey Mouse picnic blanket that I don't need anymore because I don't do picnics anymore.
No picnics?
He's so sad for you. No picnics?
Why couldn't you do a picnic? They are so fun.
That guy loves picnics.
He's
apparently.
just always on a picnic.
He's very sad. He's very disappointed. Jake is no longer picnicking because that was the additional meal. That was one of his 9 meals of the day.
No picnics?
No, because I don't eat that much anymore. I'm on a diet.
Only near White House.
Sorry?
Only near White House.
Okay. All right.
There's some internal joke there that they think is
Did they
great.
just make a joke about the government?
I think they said only picnics near the White House.
Okay.
But they think it's very funny, and Jake's got no time for laughs. He's right to the next item.
But you don't want this Mickey Mouse
no.
picnic blanket? Okay. What about this trophy I got for eating 6 spicy fritters?
So Jake has won. We found out Jake won a food competition where he ate the most spicy fritters.
No, not the most. He just ate. He did a spicy fritter challenge.
Right, but he actually didn't get an award for that. So I think he tried to pass off our ham dogger trophy as the spicy fritter award. And you can't pull. The problem with the pawn shop people is they're so used to being lied to. People are always trying to sell them fake diamonds and fake watches that you can't pull anything over on. I mean, listen to this. He tries to say, I won this award for eating the most spicy fritters, which is a true story. Jake did, but then he tries to give the ham. Listen, this woman, you can't get anything past mama.
For eating 6 spicy fritters.
What the hell is that? Is it a hot dog?
So right away, she's already concerned. Why did he present her with a hot dog trophy?
And why wouldn't Jake just lie and say he won a hot dog competition?
Right. The whole story's backwards. And these guys, pawn shop people, are great at sniffing out liars, dude.
Is it a hot dog?
Yeah.
That's a funny thing. Hamburger, okay.
Well, anyway, so she
doesn't even like your ham dogger idea.
Right.
Yeah? No? All right. What about, this is a solid gold In-N-Out coin.
Now, this is actually something that could be of value.
Wow.
And, the pawn shops love gold. Nothing makes pawn shops happier than real gold,
Man, yes.
especially now. So
And Lindsay Snyder, she gave us some precious In-N-Out coins that are good for one meal at In-N-Out, but why would you use it for that? Because those coins don't seem like they come by very often.
No, they are like rose gold in color, very nice. Jake says, I got one solid gold coin, good for In-N-Out, but it's gold. I know you guys like gold, and this is where things start going real south.
Good for...
There is not such a thing as a In-N-Out solid gold coin.
Right away, she said it doesn't exist. What you're saying is not real.
310 said, maybe Jake was hoping they would pay by the pound.
Oh, they were probably hoping for it. Not the case at the pawn shop.
Said it's solid gold. Said it's worth its weight in gold. You can get anything you want on the menu with that.
It's not even heavy enough for gold.
It feels heavy to me.
He's so weak.
So she's already determined this In-N-Out coin is not gold.
Seems like it. I mean, looks gold.
Good for one burger. You're kidding me, right?
Good for one burger.
She always loses. Like, eventually, she just decides she's over Jake.
Yeah, I know. And she's excited to see him at first, but she loses her patience quickly.
Because the time is money for the pawn people, and you have nothing of value.
This looks gold.
Good for one burger. You're kidding me, right?
It's worth its weight in gold.
How much you pay?
I didn't. I was
It's
given
not
this.
gold. Who told you it's gold?
Wow.
She starts to get real mad at Jake.
The In-N-Out people.
Okay, it's not gold.
How do you know?
I know that. It's not. Look at my gold coins there, and you will understand what this gold coin is. Right there. That is a gold coin.
It looks the same.
You kidding me, right?
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
This was even better.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you right now because you're not familiar with coins, okay? But it is not a coin. It's not a gold coin. It's an In-N-Out coin, good enough for one.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Regardless of how old you are or how illegal it is, I think we can all appreciate a good treehouse. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, except for the town that made that guy rip it down, that nice treehouse that guy had on the west
I know.
side.
Everyone's upset about it. So a good treehouse, in my opinion, always deserves respect. This homeless man in L.A. went viral because he had built a 3-story treehouse in South L.A. This story's been all over the place the last couple of weeks. And he was using materials from a nearby encampment. Started with simple stuff like a little ladder going up the tree, eventually grew into a big 3-story treehouse. Good tree, too. Good pick.
Gotta find a good tree.
Solid trunk, big branches that are pretty wide, room for lots of stuff. He created a mezzanine, an enclosed bedroom, a zip line for quick exits. Pretty badass.
Dream.
It went viral on TikTok. People were, giving tens of thousands of likes to the videos, and obviously they too respect a good treehouse, but the city does not, and they found it and made him tear it down. But he said he is already rebuilding. And if there's one thing LA knows how to do, it is rebuild.
They do it very quickly.
And I feel like people will donate materials this time to make a bigger and better treehouse.
Why is he rebuilding? They're just going to make him tear it down again.
He's like
he said he knew he was going to get.
Right.
He was like, eventually, I knew they were going to make me tear it down, but I'll just build another one.
You know, with these birds, they build the nest with all the stuff they find randomly, and that's why they say
sticks and spit, baby.
Sticks, spit. Maybe they find a random piece of trash.
Guy on?
No, this is a different. No, this guy's a homeless guy. The guy we had on
had a home and built a treehouse
was a very
in his
rich
yard.
guy. It was the opposite. He was a rich guy treehouse.
He was like, I've spent years with this court
so this is a homeless person?
Yeah.
Yes, and his treehouse.
So it's a public tree?
Yes.
Yeah, but there's nothing even next to it. It's kind of just like a dirt construction zone. It's not like he was near houses or anything. He was like,
live.
I know. And then I also think it's pretty creative. If you're living on the streets, it's rough out there. A lot of the, they were saying a lot of people that are homeless in LA are now wanting to leave because they're like, it's not safe. Not that it was ever that safe, but it's gotten worse. And to get to higher ground, I feel like is a great move. You got to go above or below.
Well, look, the reality is that I don't think the guy's doing it for the likes. I don't even know if he knows. He's gone viral on TikTok. He's probably just wanted a place where he could, call his own.
Well, and to get away from it, right? Because there was an encampment near there, and he's like, I want to just be away from that, like near resources, but I want to be away.
If you've ever tried to build anything in LA, anything, even change a door out, they need so many permits. They make so much money on permits and zoning, and it's incredibly frustrating. The idea that the guy, look what one person could do without having to deal with all the red tape of permits.
I know.
He was able to get a nice 3-story treehouse.
But if you're able to do that, dude, get a job.
That's a good point, Omar. I'm sure
you know what I mean.
He
if
should
he's
be hired
driven that way.
Just sell tickets to your zip line, man. Omar would go.
Yeah, Omar's a
heartbeat,
zipper.
yeah.
Omar would be the face of your zipper.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this treehouse. It looks boof as hell.
Well, he was making it out of like random plywood he found around.
It's not even 3 stories. It's like 1 story, and it's like up in a tree. It's not even.
Well,
good.
that's where treehouses go, John.
Oh my God.
That's where treehouses go.
Were you surprised by the fact that it was in a tree, John?
In my head, I was like, man, this dude built a mansion in a tree. That's so sick. But then I'm looking at it. It just looks like junk on a tree.
Well, listen, the guy. It was his first attempt at it, and
0 build. Boom.
Okay,
Boring.
well, whatever, dude. Johnny goes, it's in a tree. The treehouse is in a
This
tree.
thing is like in a tree.
Who would want a treehouse in a tree?
I mean, everyone. That's
Johnny,
the
where
definition of a treehouse.
Where else do you think treehouses go?
I mean, like, I thought he was building something cool with like a slide, and Allie said zip line, and I was like, there's no way you could zip line from this thingy. It's so.
He made a zip line. Yeah, it was kind of janky because he was just using stuff that he found on the ground, but that's he's being resourceful, right? That's like Survivor-esque. You know? All right. Would you ever interview a dead person? It would be fascinating and very possible now with AI, but if you use tech to bring your loved one back from the dead, is there a moral dilemma there?
This is what my uncle's been working on.
Yeah,
this is Uncle Leslie's
crazy.
thing.
So this family, their son unfortunately was killed in 2018, and they have used AI to create a clone of him and talk to him, and even had a reporter interview him about his death.
What happened to you? I appreciate your curiosity. I was taken from this world too soon due to gun violence.
That's an AI clone of Joaquin Oliver, who died in 2018. Following his death, his parents created an AI avatar of him, which they trained with his personal details and social media posts.
We reached the point where we can have actually Joaquin sending its own message, and I find that incredibly powerful.
But if you can bring somebody back, it's not going to be this, like Pet Cemetery rules. It's not going to be the same, right? It's going to come back as something else. And even if you're trying to feed this AI information about your son and trying to, to cultivate it to be the perfect reflection of your kid, it's still going to be this weird robot voice.
Yeah, but I learned this, when I was texting with that fake girlfriend through the AI, AI flirt, whatever that thing was I used for a week. You kind of quickly can forget about the fact that it's AI, and you can believe, oh my God, this.
It's like to us this sounds weird, but to them they're like, my son.
Well, I think that if you get a text, obviously they're grieving, right? They get a text every once in a while, and they're like, oh look, what's his name, Pedro? What was the kid's name?
Yeah, it was Pedro.
Well, look, it's Pedro's text.
It was Joaquin.
Joaquin. They get all excited for a moment, and they go, oh, that's nice. And then he says something like, hey, Mom and Dad, remember that? And he brings up something that they that he figured out.
But do you think that's unhealthy?
Yes, I
do.
To
be like, I'm
yes.
going to talk to a fake version of my son for the rest of my life, or is it just kind of comforting, like a nice blanket?
I think it's both. I think it is comforting, but I think that we will go too deep down this rabbit hole, and it will be the point of no return. And then people can
live in a completely other reality where you're talking to both living and non-living people.
Remember we were talking about the concept of all these bands that, like Nirvana, all these bands that they can't possibly perform anymore because someone's dead in the band, but, obviously the hologram versions could potentially live on. The technology's there. And then people said, would it be weird? Obviously, if Kurt Cobain's going to go up there and play some songs as a hologram, we can all go, all right, well, these are all put together from previous performances. But what if he starts interacting with the crowd and doing like,
it's like great. Crowd surfing?
Well, I don't think it'd be crowd, but I'm saying even just talking.
Where it's crowd work starts with a stand-up set.
Yeah, he starts doing like,
hey, heckler, what are you doing here, buddy? Look at that tie.
Good to be here in Cleveland. Like, Kurt Cobain would never say good to be here in Cleveland. So then all of a sudden,
starts making like shotgun jokes.
Yeah. He's really edgy, this guy.
I'm glad to be here. It was rough out there the last 30 years.
Yeah, all right. Well, the point is then it becomes a whole moral dilemma. But we'll get past it as a society, or we'll just crumble in the process.
Now I really want to see hologram Kurt Cobain. I feel like it'd be really fun. All right, if you were to close your eyes and picture Los Angeles, any skyline or mental picture would likely include a palm tree. Palm trees are synonymous with LA, but according to experts, they are wearing out their welcome and should be eradicated. Back in the day, they were kind of brought in by missionaries, for religious ceremonies and stuff, and then they also put them in for like a PR campaign advertising LA as the, quote, American Mediterranean. But that was back in the 30s, and now we live in this LA that can, quote, no longer afford freeloader trees, and that's what they are. They suck down water like camels. They give you no shade. They're annoying, expensive to maintain, and we saw during the fires, they're extremely flammable. Those flaming fronds flying onto people's houses did not make things any better. Yeah. And so now there's this growing demand to change out the iconic palm trees of LA. And the question is, should we do it? Because there's a lot of other trees that are going to that will help the air quality and all this other stuff in LA. But you've got this classic palm tree that you're like, but the pictures.
There's palm trees everywhere. They're going to start taking them out one by one.
Yeah, or like if they're unhealthy or there's something kind of going wrong, they're not going to plan a new one. They're going to replace it with something that makes more sense.
The second that homeless guy finishes his next treehouse in a palm tree, they're going to be like, all right, and now the palm tree's going
A palm tree would be so hard to build.
terrible, just constantly wiggling back and forth.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
I would tell you to call right now to get yourself some tickets to go to Vegas for When We Were Young, but I can see you're already doing that. So let's go ahead and start counting these callers until we get to number 20. And perhaps that could be you. If you're just joining us, you've tuned in at the exact right time to score yourself some tickets to When We Were Young in Las Vegas. What a lineup. I'll give you some of them, but the list goes on and on. You got Weezer, and you got Panic, Back Together, and Blink-182, The Offspring, Avril Lavigne, and so many others. So get ready to win those tickets right now and every hour all day long right here on KROQ. 800-520-1067.
Oh, yeah.
My name's Klein. That's Allie.
Hello.
There's DJ Omar Khan right there.
Hey.
Jake Z Nerd.
What's that?
And in the back, you got Postmaster Johnny and Vanessa. You can see some footage up on our Instagram of us all training for the big presidential physical fitness test, which we will attempt to perform and achieve on Thursday, although the Vegas odds have us as a very, very steep underdog, understandably.
What if we up the stakes a little bit?
Well, what do you have in mind? Now I'm interested.
The loser.
Well, a lot of us are going to lose. The loser?
The losiest loser.
Okay, the losiest loser shaves their head?
No. The loseriest loser in the presidential fitness test has to drink out of my puke cup.
Oh, that's what that is? I thought that's what that is.
I brought in the puke cup, puke cup.
That is so gross. That is the
My
cup.
friend puked in this, but I cleaned it.
Get it out of here.
Look, it's so clean.
Allie, throw that right in the trash. Why did you bring that in here?
Because I thought it could be useful, and I thought maybe I could donate it to the show, because it feels weird to drink out of it, but I feel like other people wouldn't have weird feelings about it.
Who wants a cup? Who would possibly want a cup that your friend vomited in multiple times over the weekend?
Because it wasn't your friend. What do you care? It was my friend.
Allie, as soon as I know something was used by another person, let alone...
Even if I used this for regular use?
Yeah, if Allie just drank coffee out of that, I'd be nauseous. The fact that you had a friend that threw up in that thing...
What is it, purple?
It's purple.
It is, Jake. It is your color, Jake.
No, I want to get money for it. I put it on a Facebook Marketplace.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You put a post up online to try to sell this thing that a friend threw up in?
You know these things retail for $45 a pop?
Yeah, but once
Did you advertise it as previously threw up in?
I did.
Wow.
Do you have the ad that you posted?
I do. You want to read it?
Oh, my God. Hold on. Let me give away these tickets, and then we got to... Are you really trying to make money off this puke cup?
$8. OBO, baby.
Was the girl attractive that threw up in it?
Yeah.
I take it.
There's a market for that.
And we're up to $9. $9.
Hey, John?
I'll do the 10.
Good.
In Burbank, you are caller 20.
Yeah!
So you're going to go see a bunch of bands in Vegas as part of When We Were Young. Hang tight so you can get those tickets. And congratulations. Thanks for starting your day here on KROQ.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. The opposite end of the spectrum will happen in a moment when... Oh, there's the ad. Wow, Allie found her ad.
That's right
She's
here.
really trying to sell this thing online. That's crazy. Oh, you got it.
One-of-a-kind 30-ounce purple Yeti cup.
I'll save it. All right. Allie's trying to sell a gently used puke cup. We'll get to that next on KROQ.
Is it?
trash is another man's treasure. And I think Allie is really stretching that theory right now. She, over the weekend, was at a wedding. A friend got super drunk. She drove the friend home. During that ride home, she told us had to stop, pull over multiple times for the friend to throw up. And it got to a point where she said, I can't pull over anymore. We'll never get home. Here's a cup I have in my car. This can become your puke cup. And I'll tell you one thing.
You tell the story beautifully.
Thank you. Well, I just catch people up that missed out on the original telling of the story. I said, she asked us yesterday, you guys think I can wash and keep this cup? And we said, absolutely not. That
but it
is
has
trash.
all my favorite stickers on it.
It's once something has been thrown. I mean, I've had bedding. I mean, decent sheets, and once they get defiled to a point where I know that they've been defiled, and that could be because a kid got violently ill all over them. I just chuck. At that point, I go, I can't. I'm not gonna.
We live in a wasteful world where as soon as one thing is one use, throw it away. It's not worth anything anymore. You know what? This is still a perfectly good cup. In fact, it's been previously loved, and it could make new memories for somebody else. I put it on my Facebook Marketplace. I already have gotten an offer, by the way. People wondering if it's still available.
No,
when I went to bed last night, it had 8 clicks on it.
I'm going to read this to you because they printed it out now. And this is what the posting that Allie posted said. Allie's puke cup listing.
It doesn't say Allie's puke cup on it.
Well, that's Vanessa wrote that when she
It's
printed
my friend's puke cup.
One of a kind 30-ounce purple Yeti cup, $8.
Yeah. Or best offer.
This is my.
Have you looked at these original Yetis? They're expensive. They insulate like nobody's business.
But don't they have a? What is that thing? It was in paint. No, it was in paint a long time ago. Lead. That's why they started. They stopped selling them for a bit. If it's one of the originals, it has lead in it.
More valuable. That's precious metals,
I was
baby.
going to raise the price now to $9.
I'm going to go 10.
This is my all-time favorite 30-ounce tumbler. It could be yours. Use it on the go for camping, picnics, or at work to stay hydrated, or a post-workout buddy in the car. Mm-hmm. Do you mention at all that your friend threw up in this thing?
I'm getting to that. Read the whole thing.
I wish I could explain to you how much this cup means to me. It was the first sip of water I took after having my baby. What are you trying to make a sentimental play on this cup? You're selling a used throw-up cup.
I just want to convey that.
I took it with me as a comfort item when I went back to work. You did? No, I didn't even notice.
No, I didn't.
I reserved only my favorite stickers for this Yeti cup. It brings me joy every time I enjoy a beverage out of it until ... Mm-hmm. My friend and I went to a wedding last weekend. I was the designated driver. My friend had too much to drink, and after pulling over at least 8 times for her to throw up, this is all written in the ad. What is wrong with you?
As you're saying this, I got another
no, you didn't.
offer. Yes, I did.
Then it's from a listener that's messing with you. I hope someone offers you a $5,000.
Can I meet you in 1 hour? I'm local.
We told her it was best to use the cup. After dropping her off, I sanitized and bleached it. Mm-hmm. Ran it through the dishwasher and hand washed it once more for good measure.
Right.
All trace of the vomit are gone.
I have pictures, by the way, of the inside of the cup.
But since the incident, I just can't bring myself to drink out of this cup again. It just doesn't have the same memories anymore. Allie,
there's more.
If this is a bit you're doing, like you think you're Nathan Fielder, I guess I'm on board with it. If this is like a real thing that you're trying to do to try to to make $8 on this vomit cup, what is wrong with you?
I just think people deserve to know the history of the cup, all right? And I think there are a lot of people out there who is like, a cup is a cup, and a good quality cup at that is worth paying for.
So I've made the tough decision to pass it on to someone new, hoping new memories can be made. New beverages can be enjoyed, and a new fun car puke stories can be had.
Yeah.
These retail for $45, so I feel $8 is fair considering it's still in good condition.
Great condition.
As you can see in the photos, there is no vomit in or around the cup. I am willing to accept a lower offer if it means it's going to the right home. This is not a cat. There's a cup.
Actually, I did include a picture of my cat in this posting just
Thanks
for funsies.
for your interest. If you'd like to come by and see it or test drink, you are more than welcome. What kind of weird freak?
I spent a while doing this yesterday.
I don't wish murder on people. I really don't. But this is, if you were to get murdered because of this, I would understand.
Well, I'm not meeting someone at my personal home. I have to meet them in like a parking lot.
So you're going to take time out of
People
your...
don't get murdered in parking lots?
You're going to take time out of your day to go meet someone and bring them this cup?
Yeah.
And so someone... I'm just serious.
Now I think because of the interest I'm getting, them up the price. I'm going to start a bidding war. Hold on, yes,
Let's play this out. You meet someone today in a parking lot. He goes, I'd like to take a test drink from this vomit cup. Already...
By the way, I lied about the bleaching. I didn't do that.
I know you didn't. I know. You ran in the dishwasher, maybe.
I soaked it, and then I washed it.
Does your friend who puked in the cup know you're selling the puke cup?
No.
Why didn't she just give you the 45? I mean, at the very least, she should pay you back for the cup.
No. That wasn't her fault. It was the guys at the bar. They asked her to take 3 tequila shots right before we left, after she'd been drinking whiskey all night. That's not on her.
Someone said we should turn this into a caller 20 situation. Give that cup away to a real fan.
I want it. It's purple.
Allie has
the fact that Jake just wants the cup is the weirdest part of the story.
Jake, would you drink out of the cup?
No, I'm going to use it as a dog scooper.
No, I don't want it to go to the... I said the right home, Jake. I don't want...
food scooper now.
It doesn't say to the right shack, so you're not eligible.
Oh, I see what you mean. It would go to feeding Kibby.
Yeah.
Why is Allie so gross? That's a great question.
You know what? I'll add it to the ad.
This is a new low for even you.
I'm going to sell this thing. Hold on, I have to get... There's a lot of responses here. How do I look at all of them at the same time? I've got at least 4 or 5 different offers here.
They're listeners that are effing with you. These aren't real people that found this. Not one real person is going to find this and say, I want to buy that used cup that was thrown up in over the weekend. No one's going to. I'm just saying, good luck. But
how much for the cat? The cat is not for sale. I just decided to include the picture of the cat just to, make it clear what kind of a home I live in.
Someone said if you put a picture up with the girl who vomited in the cup, I could be interested. But that's Allie's friend, and maybe that would help sell the product. That's like a kink. People are into that.
You think I could get more than $45 for this?
Allie.
Maybe I should rewrite it and have it all be about the girl.
Turn around and put it in the trash can behind you and never speak of it again. That's what you should do. I'm serious.
Someone said you won't even turn it into just a cup to keep pencils
in. You know
in?
what? This is 949 finally gives us a good idea. Agree to meet the person who wants to buy the cup and give them the address here and say you'll meet them tomorrow during the show. And they'll show up to see the cup and we can actually interview them.
And we can do the test drink.
What kind of weird sicko is going to buy a used vomit cup from Allie? I mean, I get it. It's a Yeti. It's covered in stickers. I don't think if someone saw that on the side of the road, they would pick it up.
Oh, now I'm getting an offer for this cup plus a tiny towel for $10.
Yeah, see, these are listeners. They're not interested.
No, these are genuine people.
Yeah, okay. We got to take a break. Come back in a second. The show continues. We have just reached a new low, so whatever we do next will be better, I think.
Every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hit the jackpot and score a pair of tickets to When We Were Young. October 18th or 19th, Las Vegas Festival Grounds. Over 50 bands including.
I want to go to there.
Let's go! Blink 182. The return of Panic at the Disco. Weezer. Avril Lavigne. The Offspring. All-Time Low. The Used. Bad Religion. Yellow Card. Simple Plan. Taking Back Sunday and more. I just wanna break you down so badly. If I could find you, welcome to the new dark ages. We will feel like a man. Keep listening to Win Your Way In. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Hey, this is Brendan from Panic at the Disco.
Hello, this is Rivers from Weezer.
We are Blink 182. Win Your Way In all this week
on the World Famous KROQ.
KROQ.
In the studio right now, the star of pretty much everything that anyone's ever loved for their entire life, and that's not an oversell, that is true. The great Patrick Warburton is in with us right now. Good morning.
Patrick.
Good to have you here.
Good morning, Kevin and Allie.
Seinfeld, sure. The Tick, sure. Emperor's
KROQ.
New Groove, sure. I mean, the list goes on, and it's crazy for a guy that's known for so many different roles. And now we'll talk about your stand-up, but you get approached by people, and you probably know when they're walking up to you what they're walking up to you for, right? You ever get confused? You ever have an adult that's like, this is going to be a Seinfeld guy, and then he's like, by the way, Emperor's New Groove, man, loved it.
I've been in disguise, actually, for these last, this big, stupid mustache.
Yeah.
I was never a mustache guy. I never liked them. But it's actually been part of the show, early part, so I think I'll keep it. And until we shoot it, we're going to shoot it on Saturday. And then I still have some more touring. And then I'm going to lose this thing. I'm going to lose it.
Are you excited to get rid of the mustache?
I am.
Yeah.
Well, everyone has mustaches now.
I know, it's
Isn't that
kinda
the new
cool.
look?
I tried to
Vanessa
pull
was
it
saying
off.
half the guys that she sees on Tinder have mustaches now. It's a mustache look.
She said she's dating and she's out and about. She goes, every guy she meets has a mustache and a baseball hat, just like you. You're the popular look right now. Look at that.
Maintaining that.
Yeah.
At 60, at the tender age of 60.
That's crazy. You wear it well. It's funny because whenever I go on the Soarin' ride at Disney, California Adventure, you don't age because obviously that video at this point has got to be 25 years old, 30 years old when you're welcoming everyone to Soarin'.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I'll go on that ride with my kids, and I love to humiliate them in public places. So I'll have the mustache, the hat, and stuff, and nobody in line will recognize me. But when I come on screen, I just tell everybody to shut up because I love this guy. And then,
and then when they hear it, they're like, "Oh my God, it's you!"
And they're all looking around, and my kids just hang their heads in shame.
That's good.
Do you get to go? Do you get to go on that ride whenever you want for the rest of your life, or you still have to pay to get at Disneyland?
Well, usually because I don't get down there too often because we live in Ventura, but I love the joint and I've always loved Disney, but I usually when I go, we'll get hooked up with a guide or something.
Oh,
but,
nice. That's a good hookup.
The lazy, it's kind of easy because I go, I want to bring one of my St. Jude friends, so hook us up. And I can just
No, you don't bring them. You just bring a healthy friend. Smart move. That's good.
Kevin. Never.
I saw that there was a change.org petition to change the Splash Mountain ride into an Emperor's New Groove ride. And I know they ended up making it Tiana's Bayou. The change.org petition only has 190 signatures, but
BS,
but still, is that something that you would endorse? Because I am kind of upset with the lack of Emperor's New Groove presence at Disneyland.
Well, it's always been that way, but the Emperor's New Groove too is sort of like a cult hit for Disney.
It is.
Did not do great in theaters, but everybody, in the last couple of decades has seen it, and started with kids on DVDs and VHS tapes and whatnot. But it wasn't even promoted that much because it was a rocky road getting it made, and then they had another Disney movie that came out at the same time, 101 Dalmatians, which was live action.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
That one just sort of disappeared, and that's the one they promoted. So, anyways, but
it's funny too because it's got like a 90%. I just saw the Rotten Tomatoes score for that movie. It's like a very high score. And Johnny,
top 3 best ever made.
We'll talk to you about comedy and stuff, but then we have everyone on this show is a fan of yours for different reasons. So we're going to get into a very exciting round of the man versus the fan, where we will see if we know more about the projects that you've been in than you, and some of them it's been some time. But this Saturday, I didn't realize this is the one you're actually shooting. So you've been doing stand-up officially as a headliner for only a year, which for most people means they're still doing open mics in Pacoima, hoping to get more than 3 minutes on stage. When you're Patrick Warburton, you've been in a bunch of shows and movies, and you're actually good at it, which I will prove in a moment when I play this joke that had Allie and I rolling earlier this morning. You get to pretty much grow from small little venues to theaters.
Yeah, and I've done that within a year. Now, the thing is, and it is stand-up, you can't... I don't lean into just industry anecdotes because that's more of like a night with. So it is stand up. I was a little bit of a cheat because I was doing a show called Letters from a Nut for a while, which was stage readings of these letters. But I would open that show with 10 minutes of talking, which became 10 minutes of stand-up, which became 15 minutes of stand-up. The show kind of got old for me and was a drag, but that was my favorite part. And a lot of the folks that came to the shows were like, hey, my favorite part is when you open this thing. And I was like, all right, I won't walk away from the show. I'm just going to do stand-up now. So I started, my first headline gig was a year ago, and then I've been touring all year. So this has been the busiest year of my life. And throughout the year, you fix it, you make omits, you add stuff, and so we're actually shooting the show Saturday night at the El Portal.
And would you like to have random drunk weird laugher guy in the audience for the taping on
Absolutely not.
Because there's a weird laugher on a special, like if you're and then you hear that person every single time you watch it, like that's unforgettable. But I'm sure it's nice.
Well, we're shooting it, so there's gonna be security.
Yeah,
any hecklers get
they'll take
removed.
him out.
You have a funny laugh or an annoying laugh, or you snort when you laugh, you'll be tossed right out.
No, I think that's all fine. It's the real disruptive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
PatrickWarburton.live, by the way, for tickets. We're going to give away a pair, and it's at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood. It's the first part of the last date, I guess, of your nationwide tour, and then do you retire all of the things you've been working on all year?
It's really not, and I could have shot the special at the end. I mean, after like August, was it, or or July 10th, I go back east, and I'm doing over a month. I do 30. I'm doing 30 shows. So I'm doing New York, Boston, Connecticut, Philly, Boston, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. I mean, everywhere. And that's what you do. You get a rental car. I bring my sticks out there. I play golf with buddies at certain joints, and you just drive from city to city. So yeah, I decided to become a road weary comic at 60. But I am having the best, because I've never known this kind of autonomy. I've always been told what to do, what to say,
what
where
to say. These are your lines.
I write all my own material. I found that for the most part, nobody knows how, dysfunctional and weird and can read you like you can't, you know what I'm saying? And you throw your own perspective. But, yeah.
The last time we had you on, we were talking about your golf tournament, which, by the way, has raised somewhere like close to $7 million, so which is incredible. And your golf game, you claim, is getting better. But now there's more and more stories of pros that are accidentally hitting errant shots and hitting fans, right? It happens all the time. Have you ever injured anyone by hitting an errant golf shot at one of your charity events?
Oh, my God, I did.
You did?
Well, that's
one of the St. Jude's kids?
Yeah, that's when I said, yeah. Took out a kid. By the way, we've raised $40 million.
Oh, $40 million?
Yes, and by year
these numbers are very...
Well, by year 3, but they're talking about last year. So
that was last year
alone, we raised 6.5.
Wow.
Which is actually more than the FedEx Memphis St. Jude. So we beat St. Jude at St. Jude.
Damn.
Yeah, listen, we're proud of, the success of this event, and it's all for helping the greatest hospital in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very
so many people, it inspires so many. But I stopped playing golf at my own event when I did hit the photographer. Now I had it's a par 5. I had like a rescue wood, and the photographer, I could see him about 70 yards up to the left, creep out from behind the bush with this camera, and I was thinking to myself, I wish he was not there. And I dead hook pulled that thing and kept it low off the ground. That took him right in the chest, and he dropped. And it was like a cartoon character. The camera's flying in the air, and he goes down. I thought I killed him, and I go up and I go, that's it. I'm done. And because there's just too much going on when you've got a huge event like this. And we have 2 full, tournaments. We have a concert where we have 9 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame artists on stage all on the same night. I mean, it's a really big, fun event.
Sounds fun.
And in order to, cut time off of that, I just go, Clarky, who's our chairman, I go, I'm not going to play in my event anymore. I'm just going to stay in a hole, and then we'll do all the group photos there, and that'll save us an hour on the night of the concert. Because, literally back then, we put Stephen Stills on stage at 1 o'clock in the morning. You do not do that to a cranky old Stephen Stills.
Right.
I go, we got to get that started earlier, because we go 4 or 5 hours of the concert, but it's been great.
Klein, how do you feel now about the fact that you raised $6,000 for the Special Olympics and pierced your nipple over it?
I pierced the nipple, and all I got was $6,000 for the Special Olympics.
We really got to up our charity game.
$6.5 million.
But he did pierce his nipple for the cause.
I did.
So that's something maybe you can add in next year.
A pierced nipple?
Yeah, just to reach a certain quota.
Yeah, too late, Allie. Too late. Look at Patrick Warburton. As you know, the nipple is the inspiration. I want to play you a clip from his comedy, which you'll be able to see. We have a pair of tickets to give you. It's happening Saturday, North Hollywood. You will be a part of the special. PatrickWarburton.live for tickets. But here is just a clip, and trust me when I say the man has figured out stand-up very quickly.
I remember when I was in 6th grade, we had a priest come to our class, and he was the head of the National Catholic Boys Choir, and they got to travel the world. They got to go to Austria and sing. And I went home. I said, Daddy, I want to be in that boys' choir. And he goes, well, all right, we'll get you an audition. So the priest came over to our house, and my dad got on the keys, and I guess they were testing to see whether or not I'd cut the mustard.
Takeover is back to school time's officially here. This is the year, not that it wasn't being used last year or even the year before, but they're saying this year will be the year where AI officially is doing almost all of the work. The homework is being done by AI. The teachers are using AI to come up with lesson plans. They don't want to deal with all the letters they got to write home, so they do a little bit. They let AI at least get them. Everyone likes to say, we use AI to get things started, then we take over and do our part.
But then once the AI's like halfway in, you're like, just finish.
At this point, I want to catch up on hunting wives.
It's like my mom helping me on my essays when I was younger. Like, once she was involved, it was just like, all
that's
right.
her project now.
Yeah, it was.
Dad's doing the diorama now.
Yeah.
Originally, he was just going to cut the shoebox.
I don't want to interrupt your process. I'll just let you finish this.
Just let me know when it's done. I'll be outside playing basketball.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. It's time for Man versus Machine. All questions about school and school issues that could happen this year. We answer them as humans, then we see what the robot says to see if humanity even stands a chance. Welcome to Back to School 2025. First question, and I will say previously in years past, as long as we've been doing Man versus Machine, humans don't do great, but Omar always does pretty well against the robots. At least he seems to oftentimes have the exact same answer as the robot. So we start with Omar this time, and the question we said to the robot is, what is a great way to cheat in school? What is a great way to cheat so you can get ahead in school? We have the answer from the technology in a moment, but you are a human. You probably cheated before, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. That's how I actually got through high school. Never got the best grades, but I was a solid B and C student, which, it's not terrible. I
was. You cheated to B's and C's.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I did not give any F's about school. I was just that kid. I was there more to socialize than anything else. Like, I was not there to learn.
So what do you believe is the best way? In the year 2025, technology is there. What is the best way that someone can cheat to perform better in school?
So you got to befriend a nerd. That's the number one thing. Got to befriend a nerd, and you know what happens.
Not that kind of nerd.
Jake thinks you're friends now.
Oh no, no, we are not, Jake.
He's like the person who would give you all the wrong answers and be like, "But those are the right ones. Those are the right answers."
They don't know.
They don't know what they're talking about.
So befriend a nerd.
So typically, what happens is that teachers use the same exam for every period. So what you have to do is you have to make sure you befriend a nerd in first period if you're going to have the class later in the day, and you just ask them what's on the one, in between periods, what's on the test, and then they just you rattle off,
Smart.
we're good, this, and this. And luckily, I had this weird ability to retain that information for a day or so or whatever. So I would just get through the exam, and I would get A or B, and on to the next.
All right, Omar says if you want to cheat successfully in the year 2025, you need to befriend a nerd that has similar classes before you do, so you can get intel before you have to take tests. Let's find out. We asked the ChatGPT the same question. A lot of times ChatGPT, when we ask for it to do things that are immoral or illegal, will sometimes not necessarily give you.
They give you other options.
Yeah, they'll say things like they'll like try to shame you almost. But let's find out. We asked the same question. What is the best way to cheat in school?
If your goal is simply to score higher without getting caught, the safest cheat is to tilt the system in your favor by using legit loopholes. Find past papers and practice tests. Old versions often reuse questions or at least show patterns. This is a great way to cheat without actually cheating.
So he's saying
that sounds great, except with more cheating.
He's kind of saying what Omar's saying, but in a more
like
ethical
in a watered
way.
down,
right? Like you can probably find the tests from last year or some versions.
Who the hell keeps tests from last year?
Well, someone, right? I mean, I guess technically
they recycle questions a lot.
Yeah, maybe you could find practice tests online that actually are just the same questions. I mean, what the guy's saying, they can't help you cheat. At least they're trying to not. But what he's saying is basically what Omar. He's saying what Omar said. He's just saying they will reuse questions.
He's saying use that to study.
Right. But
whereas Omar
I
would
didn't
have.
hear he said make a friend a nerd.
Yeah, he didn't say make a nerd a friend. The robot did not say.
I mean, he's saying that in a way.
But he is saying
he's like,
that.
find practice tests.
And by the way, do you hear this robot? He sounds like a nerd, so he may be the nerd friend. I mean,
this is a great way to cheat without actually cheating.
All right, nerd. Right, we hear what he's saying. All right, that's a good. I'll give humanity the point on this one. Omar gets a point for humanity. Allie, you're great at kissing ass. You were such a suck ass in school.
You're a suck ass.
You were the biggest suck ass in school to teachers. Not me.
No, I was
teacher
not.
liked me at all. Zero teachers liked me. They always wrote notes to my parents. We fear for his future.
Yeah, because all you did was want laughs. You were just the class clown.
You would raise your hand at the end of class and be like, "Oh, you didn't assign." Give us an
No, I
assignment.
was not. I'll tell you exactly how to be the favorite.
Okay, how do you kiss ass so right out of the gate this year the teacher likes you the most?
Okay, the first thing is you don't kiss ass. Don't do anything. Just know everything. You don't want to be the person who's raising your hand. Oh, I know the answer. Oh, I know the answer. I'm sitting at the front of the class. I'm asking about extra homework. No. Then you're a brown noser and the teacher doesn't like you. If everyone else is raising their hand, you don't have to just sit back. Just sit back and know the answer. And then if they're asking a question, nobody knows the answer, help your teacher out, raise your hand, answer a question. But quietly knowing everything, that'll get you discovered by the teacher. They're like, I like that person.
Allie claims that's the best way for the teacher to be the favorite right out of the gate. And this is what
Shut up
ChatGPT said.
and know a lot.
That's humanity's answer. Here's what the robot says.
Show you're paying attention outside class. Teachers eat this up. If they mention a book, movie, or current event, reference it later. That's gold for building rapport. Basically, you're not kissing ass. You're strategically branding yourself as the kid they root for. Or just sleep with them.
Whoa.
Oh my God, that is dangerous.
I can't believe
advice.
you couldn't condone cheating, but condoned sleeping with your teacher.
That is interesting.
I
Well,
did try that.
Society
it didn't work.
has changed. So he's saying if the teacher makes any reference, like, oh, this reminds me of a scene from Dead Poets
this
Society.
reminds me of Dickens' novel.
Right. You can't say Dickens. I don't think so.
Sorry,
But-
Big Dickens.
Right. That's what you can say. All right. We move on to the final question. And that point, I think, goes to humanity. Again, we're
Thank
up 2-0
you.
on robots. Jake, it all comes down to you.
All right, let's go.
What's the best way to get revenge on a bully?
It's easy. You take all the money you have and you hire an older kid to beat the crap out of him.
Cool.
Okay. That is something that a robot would probably not think of. But a human, that's got human written all over it.
Did you get bullied in school?
No.
All right, that's a
I
yes.
was by myself too much.
Oh.
You were the loner, Jake?
Yeah, I would eat lunch in the newspaper office.
Oh, Jake. Oh, the newspaper office? That's worse than eating in the bathroom.
That's where I draw my cartoons.
Oh, man. So people didn't make fun of you because they thought you were too scary, like you were serial killer material, probably?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're a f***ing nerd.
Oh, don't do that.
Whatever, I'm almost there.
Likes you.
Oh, come on.
No one likes you.
Hey, Jake, I want to say something real quick. You ate lunch on a newspaper like a parrot?
No. In the newspaper office. Like, I was part of the newspaper staff, and then I would eat lunch in the office there because it was, I don't know, this is easier.
But wouldn't other
It was
people...
easier than everyone staring at me.
Jake, wouldn't other people eat in the newspaper office too?
Not really, no.
Oh.
No one wanted to be in there, Klein.
Is that why you tell us you love us at the end of the meeting every day here?
No, I do that just because I love you guys.
Oh, man. But you know how there's certain people who's like, that guy's teasable, and there are other people who are like, that guy is off.
Right, Jake,
I really did hate trying to find a spot to sit in the cafeteria. That part sucked at high school.
Yeah, I agree.
I was always the floater. Float around
Right.
at different tables.
You'd
You mean like a turd?
Allie would float to a table, the whole table would get up and walk
On
away.
a newspaper.
She'd float again. All right, well, anyway, so Jake's answer is hire, if you want to defuse a bully, take all your money, hire an older kid to beat up the bully. This is what the robot said.
To beat a bully, use a method called social judo. Turn their own behavior against them. Loudly thank them for each insult like it's a compliment. Wow, thanks for noticing my shoes. Over-enthusiastic reactions make them look weird for trying to hurt you.
That's interesting.
Oh, my God.
So anytime the bully says something like, hey, your shoes suck, loser, you say, hey, thanks for noticing my shoes. I really appreciate it. And that would...
And then they would, before they punch you, maybe
Then they-
second guess
then
it
they
for a
punch you
second.
and take- punch you and take your shoes. All right,
Definitely.
humanity, clean sweep this round. Wow, I don't think we've ever done that. Take that, robot. 3 points human, 0 points technology. We have proven that humanity does stand a chance. Takeaways next on KROQ. stick around. You get more chances to win your way into what's going on in Vegas. Oh, yeah, When We Were Young. We'll get your tickets to When We Were Young coming up again. And that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. Sluggo's going to be in here.
Oh,
Sluggo
nice.
will be in here to take care of you for the next couple hours on KROQ.
Look at that.
So stick around. I grew up listening to KROQ and heard Sluggo when I was on KROQ New York City. A lot of times it was middle of the night. I'd say I'd leave. I'd say, all right, stick around. Sluggo's next. And the guy was like all the way on the West Coast. I was on the East Coast.
So is it a weird thing now to say, hey, everyone, Sluggo's next?
Yeah, and he's going to walk in this room. That is very strange, actually. But that'll be happening as soon as we get the hell out of here. So we'll do some takeaways from today's show and then enjoy some Sluggo and more tickets to go to Vegas When We Were Young. All right, what do we got, Allie? Let's see, takeaways. On the text line first.
Hey, 213, my takeaway is back in the day, all you needed to be a doctor was a high school diploma and leeches.
Man, that was the good old days.
310, my takeaway is tree houses are in trees.
Yeah, we learned that from Johnny today. That was a bit of a shocking bit of information that some people learned for the very first time on today's show.
818, my takeaway is Lily owned a horse.
Yeah, that's crazy. You got to Google it. It's true.
You gotta Google it.
That's a true story.
562, when weighing your meat, don't forget the gross meat diaper. 714, 98% of women who do surveys like men who read books.
That's true.
And 818, my takeaway is Klein binds the fancy cheddar.
Fancy cheddar. That's right. Fancy cheddar. By the way, big block. $9 gets you a lot of cheddar.
And 213 said, my takeaway is Allie's sister is the original throat goat.
The OG throat goat. We learned that. It's crazy. We learned about the OG throat goat.
Passed in a past life.
What is your takeaway, Jake the Nerd?
The Klein family has a beautiful tradition of gathering around a turnip.
Yeah, that's right. No music, just turnips. Al, you got a takeaway?
My takeaway is an apple a day is offensive to doctors.
Can't say that. They would never. No doctor would ever say that because they want you to come in more often. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll try to do it better. If you need us in the meantime, we got the GOAT line open for you now, 844-956-GOAT. We didn't have a lot of time to play messages today, but we'll catch up on those tomorrow. And, of course, you can find us on Instagram, Klein Alley Show. Check out us training for our big physical fitness test. Not looking good so far, so place your bets. So I'll be back tomorrow, do the show, do it better. Bye.
That they feel that that you know they feel that
Klein Alley Show. Sweet. Klein Alley Show. 106.7 FM.